Hello, 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 hello. My name is Asherah and welcome to my very unique YouTube page where I'm researching mental health in the form of DID, which is dissociative identity disorder, / psychosis, versus conscious expansion, Kundalini awakening, being woke. Today is Wednesday the 7th of January and it's 11:23 in the morning. I've just finished my work. So I literally got up at 8 o'clock, did all my work because I work from home. And now I'm just literally taking out my synthetic dreads from my real dreads because I'm doing my hair because I'm traveling soon to go and take plant-based medicine known as ayahuasca, the grandmother, because I'm currently on an advanced shamanic practitioner's training program. And the reason why I'm doing this channel is really two reasons, probably three reasons, probably 100 reasons to be fair. But the main reasons are, one, in 2024, 20 months ago, I was admitted and sectioned under the Mental Health Act, under Section 2 of the Mental Health Act, for psychosis. And I spent 4 weeks, 3 weeks non-voluntary, 1 week voluntary in a mental health hospital, basically, on a psychiatric ward, but it, community-based psychiatric ward, so not kind of like a padded cell or anything like that, but nonetheless, it was still mental health. And since birth, I've been a medium clairvoyant, but from around 2019 going into 2020, something significant started to happen to me where my level of conscious awareness, my spiritual gifts in terms of clairvoyancy and medium, the messages, the information, the downloads just became even more and more and more and more and more pronounced, the more definite, more 3D like. And I really did struggle to kind of separate what was happening in my 5D experience to what was happening in my 3D experience, because they just became one experience. There's still one experience, believe it or not, but I'm just learning how to kind of handle them a little bit differently. So I use YouTube videos, and I use videos that have been uploaded by people within the esoteric community, people that are uploading videos in the mental health industry, people that are uploading videos in the religious concepts, etc. So I take information from all different areas on YouTube and other sources, and I'm overlaying them with my own conscious experiences. And I'm also taking lived personal experiences of what I'm going through into consideration while conducting this research. So now you know. So I'm 20 minutes and 40 seconds into this particular reading, and this reading is called Spiritual Court TV. Listen to me good. It's called Spiritual Court TV. Yeah, and this lady, I've probably been watching her before I went to Africa in 2024. So I've probably been watching her from around 2023. Yeah. Since about 2023. I don't know her actual name, but she's got two channels, so this is one of two channels. And she's so funny. She's when I say she's so funny, she calls it spiritual court because as far as she's concerned, she's saying that when she gets her downloads from the Almighty, from her ancestors, from her spirit team, they are actually, the way it's set up is that it's in court proceedings. And why I watch her and love the concept of it being spiritual court is because most of what the ancestors and spirit have shown me is that there is actually a spiritual court. There's actually a court system. The 3D systems that we use here on Earth are duplicated. They're actually already in the 5D, and we're just living them out in the 3D. So if you understand or know the Christian Bible or Bible, it would tell you that as in heaven, so on earth, as if they're one of the same. And from my experiences, I would say that's the case, because in 2023, before I moved here, I moved back into this house, which I've owned for 20 years, longer actually. I moved back into this house because I was renting it. I moved back in 2023, but in the summer of 2023, when I was in my other house, I I experienced myself having what would I call it? It wasn't a download. It was like an upload. Because a download is when information comes down from celestial forces into the consciousness and then you become aware of it. But an upload is when I actually went up into the celestial plane. And when I went up into the celestial plane and actually woke up and seen myself, I had a gavel in this hand and I was sitting in a position of a judge, and I was actually judging the person in front of me, and I was very familiar with who the person in front of me was, which was my ex-husband. Yeah. And I was in a position to judge him in the celestial realm, and they showed me how big I am celestially. Like my body is massive, like it's like giant form. It's bigger than giant form because it's not earthly level giant, it's celestial level giant. And there I was in this Colosseum kind of building type thing, if you like. And it was me and 5 other celestial beings. And there was 2 on the right side of me, 1 at the far end of me, and 2 on the left side of me. I didn't know the 3 on this, the 3 around here. So the 2 on my left and the 1 in front of me. But I did know these 2 on my left side, which was a celestial mother and a celestial grandmother. Yeah. And as I said, the person in front of me was not as big celestially. They was a lot smaller. But it was my ex-husband, and he was in chains. He had chains on his wrist that had him to the floor. And he had chains on his feet, on his ankles, that had held him on the floor. And he was being judged. Judgment had been called on him. Yeah. And I remember seeing him and shouting, you blood clot. Like I was so angry. But not, you know what I mean? I was angry and I was upset because I'd woke up in the mindset of my human mind, but I'd woke up in my actual celestial body. So I still had a human mind. I was still in my human brain thinking. So when I seen him and seen that he was in chains, I automatically knew why this motherfucker was in chains. I automatically knew he was being fucking judged. And the fact that I seen the gavel in my hand at the side of me knew. But this fucker was lying in court because I was fucking... It's like I woke up. It's like I woke up in court. I don't know why I was sleeping. But it wasn't like to say I was there moving around and then I've ascended into my body in the celestial. No, in the courtroom, I was sleeping. It needed my body to wake up in the 3D and transfer to the 5D to wake up at that particular fucking moment. Because it was almost like black magic, voodoo magic, some type of celestial magic was being used to keep me asleep so that judgment couldn't take place. Karma could not take place. And I'd woke up in this fucking court. And all these lies and lies on top of lies had been told. So I had a download as this celestial judge that this fucker was not only fucking lying, but there was evidence that wasn't included or missing. And I remember shouting out in the Colosseum that I'll be back. I'm going back down to earth to get the information and the evidence, and it's going to be brought back up to blood clot spiritual court, and this pussyhole will be fucking judged accordingly. Yeah. So when I say one of the reasons of why I'm doing these videos, it's because this is spiritual motherfucking court pussyhole taking place in the Bomber Clark 3D. Yeah. And every motherfucker is being held accountable because judgment is being called right blood clot now. So when I say I'm doing these videos for several reasons, I'm doing these videos because I am holding spiritual blood clot court. I am putting my truth out there because there is a lot of motherfuckers that have been able to lie, make false allegations, use witchcraft and voodoo, yeah, and all kinds of fucking rubbish to try and hold me fucking down being attacked in the night, being attacked in the fucking day, being held down in my bed. It's not sleep paralysis, it's fucking demons and demonics. It's graveyard magic, it's necromancy magic. I'm being raped throughout my blood clot marriage in my sleep, waking up with semen coming from me. This ain't no blood clot, Joe. And truth is getting chat. My ex-husband is a fucking monster. My family members are fucking monsters. And I'm talking my bomber clot truth. And nobody can't stop me. Yeah? Nobody can't. You can't stop this. This is ordained by the Almighty. This cannot be stopped. This is happening with or without me, G. But I am fully aware. And I am fully on for the ride. Fully. So we're going to listen to what my girl's saying. and catch the pepper. Yeah? Because this shit is not in my head. This is not mental health. This is spiritual warfare. And people are talking about it in the tarot community, the esoteric community. But guess what? This is what it looks like in real fucking life. This ain't me pulling cards and saying this, that, and the other. No. This is me listening with you to what these readers have got to say and putting my blood clot 2 pence in on how my life has been affected by this bullshit. And at the same time, I'm going to pull out my hair. Come ride with me.
They said, but creator, they said, the Most High God is like, who do they say that I am?
Let me rewind it so you catch this little bit.
Child, every time they look up, you seem to keep getting blessed. Let this be an example of how you focus on source, focus on yourself, focus on your destiny. Listen, no weapons formed against us will prosper in the way the devil intended, but they will prosper by way of giving us more prosperity. The Most High God took every lie, every illusion, and transmuted it and made the 10 of Pentacles. Right. The Most High God is really the one that's showing out.
Listen, the Most High Divine Creator is the one showing out, showing off, showing up, and showing out. Those are the words that I said in physical court when I was in Birmingham, family court, 33 Bull Street, yeah, on the 20 blood clot 3rd or 22nd of May 2023. When I went into the courtroom and told the judge, this is not her court, this is my court, because I am the highest authority in here. Because I walk in divine protection. I walk under the divine law. Not man law. How can a judge who is made from skin and bones feel that they are in a position to judge anybody? They're not supposed to be there as a judge. They're supposed to be there as an administrator and a mediator, not an executioner. They got it fucking twisted, blood. Call security! Call security! Call security! Get her out my court. I said, it ain't your court. And I've got the court papers. I got the court papers because the woman writ it up and put in writing that I told her that she is not the judge in this court. I am the highest authority. So I'm telling you, I said it. And I've also got the judge saying I said it. So I said what I fucking said. This ain't no joke thing. I never come here to play. I come here to slay bomber clot dragons here down in the 3D because it is spiritual warfare. This is real. And if you know, you know. This is real. And what is happening in the 5D is happening in the 4D. It's happening in the 3D real time. Past, present, future is all one. It's one timeline now. So you better start hopping and start jumping if you know what's good for you, because you can. It's people that haven't been ascending and people that haven't been doing the healing. They can't jump time. Where they are is where they are right now. Stuck, fucked, up the creek with no paddle. This ain't no joke. But yeah, what she's saying is that it's divine now. I don't have to fight my battles. I don't have to slag nobody off. I don't have to go and whatever. I allow the Almighty to do it. And while the Almighty and my ancestors are out there murdering blood clot people right now, do you know that I've had a call today? So I've been saying that On the 25th of December, my ex-husband called me. On the 27th of December, my dad called me. He wanted to tell me that he's had a stroke and he's in hospital. I already know what's going on for you, blood clots. I already know. I get the downloads long before it happens. I already know. Don't phone my phone. I don't chat to none. I don't chat to none. No family, no friend, no foe. I don't chat to none. Yeah? Everybody who has done me dirty, everybody who has said a bad word about me and made false allegations about me, judgment is being called. My father is in hospital. Why are you phoning me and we don't talk? It's phoned me on the 27th. It's a black number. Yeah? Today, then after the 27th, on the 1st of January, I get a message to say that my ex-husband's dad dead, the Mason. Yeah? So ex-husband calls me on the 25th. Karmic father calls me on the 27th. Husband's father's dead from the 1st of January. 2nd of January, my ex-husband's cousin's trying to phone me. No, a man called, a man that I used to work with, one demon, he was in my room before I went into the mental health hospital in a 4D astral projection body with his going on with his fuckery. He tried to call me on the 3rd. So he called me on the 2nd, sorry. My ex-husband's cousin called me on the 3rd, and then she tried and called me on the 4th again. And then there was a next man in this room, called Mike, a white man who I used to work with, who I got introduced to me by my ex-husband, again an ex-blood clot demon. He's decided to call me today. Don't phone my phone, blood. Don't call my phone. These people haven't called me for years. Gilroy and Mike, I ain't spoke to them since 2024. And before that, to be fair, but in 2024, while I was in the madhouse, I called these motherfuckers from the madhouse to make them know I'm there. What you tried and how you tried to fucking keep. You know how many times I died in 2024 in that period? Before I went into the madhouse, while I was being assessed to go in the madhouse, and while I was in the madhouse, what happened to me? I'm gonna talk the full story. Yeah, I'm still processing certain things after 20 months, but trust me, there's a story. But these people was in my room. There's a next one called Yvonne. I'm waiting for she to call me, because when she calls me, I know it's really going down. But I know things are going down for her already, because things are pepper. It's hot water out there, man. Karma is being called. So that's what I'm saying. I ain't spoke to these people from about 2021. Spirit told me to lock them off. And it was very hard at first, because the spiritual world is telling me to lock them off. They mean no good for me. But at the time, my 3D eyes had not seen that. They had not shown me that they were harming me in the 3D. It was all smiles. It was all, let me take you out for a drink. It was all, they can't do enough for me. They can't do a blood clot enough for me. So imagine in the 3D, it looks like everything's kosher and everything's fine. But because I have 5D connection, they're telling me nothing to go, so lock them off. So people are dropping out my life like flies, because I'm just dropping them off. As soon as the Almighty says, drop that one, I'm obedient. I just drop that one, even though it hurts and my heart's breaking, because they're family. I love them. I won't have anybody. I'll be by myself. You know, them kind of fuckery earthly vibes. Nah, man, the Almighty had to show me with these two eyes in 2024 what I want. And I'm telling you, I lifted off the blood clot ground and nearly lost my blood clot mind at the same time. Yeah? But it weren't long term at all. And it weren't even a mental health thing. It was just me to come in alignment with my physical and my spiritual. That's what it was. I was becoming in alignment, and I was breaking through the matrix. My mental, my mind had to blow open. My mind had to expand beyond its usual capacity. And when your mind starts to expand beyond its capacity, you fall into the remus of mental health, believe me. It's like a genius. There's a thin line between a genius and mental health. If you know, you know. When people start to expand their consciousness and expand their mind, and you have to be able to comprehend that, because I'm not just talking about, oh, I'm woke now, so I'm talking all the things that I'm regurgitating from off the internet. No, I'm talking about you're researching, you're going down the rabbit's hole, you're being led astray. Next thing you know, it's like an Alice in Wonderland thing. It's an Alice in Wonderland experience, and you're learning more and more and more and more and more. The deeper you go, and it's blowing your mind. You can't believe it. You come across a David Icke book, and David Icke is talking about the Queen and them being reptilians and Dracos and eating people and drinking blood. Then you start to understand, oh my God, blood. And then you start to hear about something called adrenodone. And you're like, what the fuck is adrenodone? And you start to go down the path and realize that these fucking satanic Freemason fucking worshipping people fucking scare children, frighten children, so that they release all of this fucking what's it called, adrenaline into their blood system, so that when they kill them, they get a better fucking high, a better fix from the blood, because the blood is magical. Blood is magical, man. What my ancestors showed me, what I can do with my own menstrual blood, because you're not supposed to draw blood. You draw blood, that's a sin. And if you look at old English, like New Old Testament, it talks about stuff like that. You can't just draw blood. But women, we get to bleed every single month because it's sacred blood. But the patriarchy system has led us to believe that it's nasty, it's dirty. When a woman's on her period, she's nasty. She's not allowed to come in the kitchen and cook. And especially if you go up in like Rastafarian, which I did. You know what I mean? I went to Bali last November. I went to the temple. Every minute they're asking me, man, woman and child, am I on my period? Because if I'm on my period, I can't come in the temple. They look at our blood as it's dirty. Are your blood clot mad? How can the blood be dirty when creation comes from it? A woman cannot give birth unless she's bleeding. You need the blood in order to create creation. So how the fuck can it be dirty? Make it make sense. It's one of the most sacredest things a woman has. That's why we are woman. That's why we are closest to the blood clot divine. We are the creators. Creator comes through us. Listen, let me not go off on a rant, tantrum, but I'm just saying that you start to go down this rabbit's hole. You start to come across different things, and it leads you here. And as you're being led, your conscious mind is opening up. You're coming across new things. You're coming across new systems. You're listening to your intuition. You're developing skills. Next thing you know, you're hearing spirit. You understand me? Once that starts to happen and you realize this is the Matrix, man. This is a Neo situation. And actually, it's felt like motherfuckers have been trying to get me from time. Bab, it will lead you into some paranoia experiences and schizophrenia. But when you look at the mental health and look at the fucking job description of what it means to have dissociative identity disorder / psychosis, it is the same fucking job description of what it means to be a fucking shaman. Imagine that. Imagine that. This is a blood clot setup. This is a setup. It's a setup. That's what it is. It's a Western Freemason. I won't even say Freemason, because Freemason's just the surface of it. Does that make sense? You know that you got the Rothschild. You know that you got these other fucking 33 families and all the rest of it. You know, however far you want to go and however deep you want to go, it's irrelevant, because it ain't even about them. It's about these angels, you could say, that literally came down from heaven on this earth to have dominion over us. And they have been running the game from time. When it says in the Bible that Jesus was out there casting demons out of people because people was possessed, at no point has it been recorded in history that these demons got casted away and that they exist no more. So where the fuck are they? Where are they? Where are all these principalities? Where are all these devils? Where are all these evil spirits? Did they just disappear? No. Their mission is to gain possession of our bodies, gain possession of our mind, gain possession of our spirits. So we keep going around and around and around on this fucking cycle and never actually ascending and going back to the Most High. But you know what? Some of us are on mission. And some of us have the codes in our DNA. and it's been lying dormant for lifetime and lifetime and lifetime. But we are now part of the awakening. We are in the time of the awakening, and that's what's going on. There's a massive awakening, and I am awake, eyes wide shut. Eyes wide shut.
How you gonna humble the Most High God? You got a devil somewhere saying, I'm gonna humble the Creator.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Let us know how that works out. Okay, you mean the Creator of all things? The heavens, the earth, the galaxies, and the planets, and even beyond that, we don't even know how far the galaxy goes. You mean eternity? You're trying to humble Creator? Let us know how that works out. 10 of Wands. You got all these wands and lies on your back. The Most High God took every single lie and said, keep your mind on me. I'll keep you in perfect peace.
Right.
You could have even went to the Creator and said, but Creator, they saying, woo. The Most High God is like,
don't worry about
who
it.
Who do they say that I am?
Dude, don't worry about it. Who am I?
You're like, okay.
Okay.
Creator will check you in a minute.
Check, mate. Yo, 2023, when I moved into this yard, I sat on the stairs out there and I was like, you know what? I've got to surrender. All of me. I was holding on by a fingertip, you know. I had my bell. There's my bell over there. I had my bell on the stairs and I was like, Almighty, I know that I'm holding on by a finger, you know, like a thread. Like I can't let go of what I know to be reality based on my 3D understanding. But the rest of me was in the air, flying in the 5D. And the Almighty was like, I need you to trust me. I need you to hand everything over to me and just have nothing but complete faith. From 2021, Almighty was telling me, don't worry about your blood clot bills. I was like, how can I not worry about the bills? And blah, blah, blah. Almighty was like, when they're coming, put them on the altar. Spirit was like, put your bills on the altar. Put your bills and your blood clot ills on the altar. Don't open them. Don't open them and don't worry about them. Can you imagine? I was like, oh my God, listen. The Almighty said, don't worry about it. Put them on there. I was in divorce proceedings, representing myself, you know. I had to learn how to become my own lawyer, my own barrister, my own legal executive to Bombaclat. 5 years I was in court. 4 of them I represented myself. I couldn't trust the solicitors to do it for me. They're taking my money and they're not doing shit because they're all part of the role. They're all Romans. They're all pledged into this bullshit. Almighty was like, listen, if you're going forward, you have to go forward on your own feet. It has to be complete sovereignty. You have to be sovereign. Scary as fuck, blood. But I did it with the Almighty. I swear to God. And we got through it and was victorious. Everything that was supposed to happen happened exactly the way that the Almighty said it. And I had to go through some stuff because part of that stuff was letting go of my children. Because these fuckers wanted to take my kids from me. And Almighty says to me, they can't take your kids. I'm giving your kids over there because I need you to come on missions with me. And I was like, no, Almighty, they can't take my kids. They can't take my kids. Listen, he weaned me off them, you know. Over the 4 years, he weaned me off my children. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? The first time he took my children, he was like, right, I'm going to give them to their father. He's going to have them 2 weekends a month. And at the time, that was too much for me, you know. Because the man's a demon, blood in my eyes. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't want my children associated with these people. I was like, what the fuck? Then I'm in the shower. And the Almighty downloads and said, listen, I need you need to heal. So I'm going to take the children and give them to my man. And I was panicking, you know. And I was like, nah, and the Most High said, listen, all is well. We went to court, and in the fucking court, the spirit's talking to me, my ancestors are talking to me while I'm in the court. This is 2020 blood cloud 2. Yeah? My ancestors are making me know that my ex-husband's lawyer is friends with the judge. They've already had conversations before this hearing has started. They already know what they're doing. Okay, so even though you got your little paperwork and we put the case together, this is how the show's going to go. It's going to end up having the kids more time than what he's got now. My eyes start to well up in the courtroom because spirit is basic. No judgment ain't been called, you know. It's the first half of the court and it's an all-day hearing. So we're only in the morning part. And already spirit's telling me what I want. And they're telling me, do not cry. Do not cry, because it's happening for you, not to you. I couldn't wait to get out of there at 12 o'clock when the court broke up for lunch. I got out of there and I cried. Remember, no verdict has been called just yet. Nobody has said they're taking my children, but the Almighty Spirit had already told me that. And I'm already acting emotional because I know when Spirit says something, I just saw it blood clot go. And I come out of the court, my sister-in-law's, as in my older children's father, is sister, my older children's dad's sister is waiting for me. And I say, listen, Sue, Spirit's telling me that they're going to give him the kids. They're going to give him the kids. How can they fucking give him my kids? Do you get what I'm trying to say? I don't want him to have the kids. I'm bawling blood. I don't want this nigga to die. You know what I'm saying? We go back in the court, and so said, so done. My man's got the kids 1 week. I've got the kids the next week. So he gets the kids 2 weeks out of the month, and I get the kids 2 weeks out of the month. And when I lie down in my bed over those months of those arrangements, and the weeks that I had to heal, the Almighty and Spirit started to work on me, started to heal my nervous system, started to heal my mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started to go down, started to open me up, crack me open. I started to see more shit. There's shit going in my room. I'm opening up galaxies, portals in my blood clot room. All kinds of, like I said, we'll get into it. All kind of stuff is happening, man. So realistically, because of what was happening, I couldn't, if I had the kids full time, every day, all day, like what was going on before, I would have probably lost the plot long time ago. The Almighty knows what they're doing, you know. You have to surrender and trust. You have to surrender and trust. And it's not easy. It's not easy surrendering and trusting, especially when you can't see. You can't see what going on. You have to do it blind. And that's why it's called blind faith. Because you have to have blind faith. You have to believe without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, you know. They say you just need the faith of a mustard seed. Yo, you need more than the faith of the mustard seed. Trust me. You need more than the faith of a mustard seed. You need to have complete and utter blood clot faith. You have to know that if the Almighty tells you to jump off that building, a real fucking building, yeah, 24 stories or whatever, and the Almighty said, jump because I'm going to catch you, you have to make sure that you are confident and believe in what you're doing, and jump. Because you see, if you don't believe and you try and take a jump without believing 100%, try and know you'll end up on your face. You will end up on your face. So you ain't got no choice but to believe. You have to wholeheartedly, 100% believe. Yo, I jumped from 23 stories building. I don't even, it's not even like say I jumped from them. I just turned backwards and just dropped now. I'm constantly suspended in the air with the Almighty. You can't tell me fuck all about the Almighty. You can't tell me that the Almighty is an illusion. You cannot tell me that the Almighty is a figment of my imagination. No. The Almighty is realer to me than you are in blood and flesh. Try now. The Almighty is more real to me than you are in blood and flesh to me. That's how I see it now. That's how I see it. And that's how I see it in my consciousness. That's how I see it in my flesh, in my nervous system, in my mind's eye. That's how I see it. The Almighty is real. You can't tell me that the Almighty is real, not real. You can't tell me Spirit's not real. You can't tell me my ancestors are not here in this room right now, jumping up and down, applauding and saying, yes, taught the blood clot truth and shame the devil. You can't tell me that's not happening, Bab. You can't tell me that's not happening on any level. And even if it was a life and death situation and my life depended on it, I'm telling you right now, I'm still sticking with it. And Spirit wants me to say this. This is why, you see the Bible's concept of the disciples around Jesus. This is why I don't respect those disciples. Because if Jesus was Jesus, as they say Jesus was, hypothetically, because half of the stuff in the Bible has not been proven, and as far as I'm concerned, if something is a truth, if something is fact, there should be evidence to back that. And there is a lot of evidence missing that is not backed. Like, for example, where was Jesus for 33 years of his blood clot life? And what happened? Where's the story? There has to be an account. even if it's just the neighbor that knows him, even if it's a brother or a sister. There has to be an account if this person existed in the way that the Bible depicts it. Yeah? But what Spirit wants me to, what do you want me to say, Spirit? Sorry. Disciples. If these disciples have seen Jesus go on with what Jesus went on with, for example, walking across water, healing people, people being healed just from touching his cloth, all of these amazing miracles that he performed. When he told them the night before he was dying, and he broke bread with them, and he drank wine with them, and told them to drink the drink because this is of my blood, and yam the bread because this is of my body, and that one of yous or whoever is going to fucking snake me out, because he already knew, because he already had the foresight. When the people came to take him that night, every single one of those 12 disciples should have gone with Jesus and been hung on the blood clot cross with him. Because if you really, really understood and believe what Jesus was saying, earth weren't no place to stay. Every one of those fucking disciples denied Jesus. None of them had his back at the end of the day. None of them stood with him. You understand me? The 2 men that was already on the cross allegedly went with Jesus, but the actual disciples themselves, Jesus' mother Mary, Jesus' brothers and sisters that are recorded to be there around the time, Mary, Magdalene, none of them went with. I'm sorry. If that was to happen today, yeah, and Jesus was to walk on this earth today and show and say what Jesus was alleged to have shown and said back then in the Bible scriptures, babe, I'm on the blood clot cross with Jesus. Try hear me good. I'm on the blood clot cross with Jesus. Because there is no point trying to fear death in the 3D when man's letting you know, in my Father's house there's many mansions, yeah? And there is a place at my Father's foot for you, blood. All you have to do is believe. After everything my mum has said and done, try hard now. And that's what Spirit is for me. Spirit has everything that Spirit has said they are going to do for me. Every time they said they're going to turn up for me. Every time they said they're going to show up for me. Every time they said they're going to make sure nothing don't happen to me. So said, so done, blood. So said, so done. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm in blind faith right now. Whatever they say, I saw it go. I saw it go. Even when they're telling me some of the hardest things to do, things that I don't even want to do, even the video recording and stuff like that. Me put my business for the world to see. Me put my business on TV. Sitting down in my bedroom, in my sacred space, in my sacred house. Are you mad? I don't think so. If it's up to me, none of this would be going on. I tell you straight, none of this would be going on, blood. I cut through in silence, how you mean? They've made me no. You get what I'm saying? There's people out there in the world waiting for you to talk what you need to talk. You need to get up and talk right now. Bomba clot. Yo, I'm obedient, blood. Whatever you want me to do. They've had me practicing and training since 2021. 2021, this page was set up. 2021, trust me, this ain't no simple thing and this ain't no new thing, man. This has been an ongoing thing. And I have been in preparation. I've been in school. I've been in healing. I've been going through the process. I trust the process. 100%, mate. Spirit said, come.
I'm this. They said I'm that. They said I'm that. They said I'm this. They said I'm that.
Yeah, man.
Creator says, who is it that you believe? Who is it that you know that I am?
Yeah.
Forget belief.
For fuck, but
if you break down believe, that's be lie. You believe in lies. No, I don't believe. I know who the Creator is. This is when the Creator begins to give you your revelatory experiences. It's giving,
Yeah.
remember that one time I delivered you with the mighty right hand. Remember that other time I delivered you. Like, you have revelatory experiences that right now, collective,
I know,
that
babe.
your God is a mighty God.
I know.
Somebody wanted you to believe. Somebody wanted you to wonder. Somebody wanted you to doubt. Clarify, you call down judgment over the chosen, and you got the nerve to be sitting here with the page of swords watching to see if it works, child. Please don't let no existence like that ever find me. You call down judgment in the worst way.
Come on now.
Your lies cannot be renegotiated. They can't be cleaned up. They're not accepted. Judgment in the reverse. Honestly, you pissed off the creator.
Yeah, man. Your lies can't be nil and void.
You pissed the creator off, like literally. You like you could piss a lot of people off.
But don't
you
piss
can
off
even say
God.
things about the chosen one. You can even try to affect their peace. Whatever it is that you try to do, that is fine. We understand that with great responsibility comes whatever this energy is. We know that, okay? To whom much is given, much is required. That's what I was going to say. You pissed off the creator, judgment in the reverse. So you got to talk to the Most High God about whatever your wickedness
Don't contract to me, blood. Don't phone my phone.
Somebody's like trying to catch you doing something evil.
How you going to catch me doing something evil? Everything I do is on divine say so.
And it's crazy because if this person is monitoring you, they're watching you be a divine being doing divine things.
This is me doing divine things, being obedient to the divine.
Okay, let's say you said.
Take notes.
Let's say you said the chosen one was a devil worshiper. That's what you said. You said the chosen one was evil. You said they were prideful. You said that they had a big ego. You said that they were arrogant and that they needed to be humble. And you gotta watch the chosen one move along. The chariot represents Cancerian energy nurturing. It's because you got up out the bed with the enemy and you walked away.
Yeah, man, fuck you.
Something cautioned you, chosen one.
Yeah, the
and
Almighty.
The moment you were cautioned and you got a premonition, a vision, a dream,
telling
an inclination,
come out your marriage.
Somebody could have told you, wait a minute, I might.
The Almighty told me to step out my blood clot marriage. It took me a long time, because I was like, my God, is this really God? Is this really the Almighty telling me to leave my marriage? My marriage, My marriage. I got married. I was with him from 2005, I got 3 kids with him. We're raising 7 children. 7 pitney I've got in the house. The Almighty's telling me to step out, blood. This man's a warlock, blood. The mission is completed. The mission is completed, blood. Step out, blood. Yo, you don't have to tell me twice, man. See you later. 2019, I was like, yo, I need a divorce, man. I need a divorce, blood. And not only that, me and you, I'll never sleep with you again, blood. Even before I asked him for the divorce, I stopped sleep with him. Because literally, the man was raping me in my sleep. The man was raping me in my sleep and performing necromancy on me. Imagine. And subconsciously, I know something's going on. But in the 3D, I don't understand. I'm waking in the morning. I've got semen coming from me. How is he able to sleep with me and me not wake up in the middle of the night? What kind of fucker is this? Like, what the fuck? I suffer from sleep paralysis. I always have, but still. How is he managing to sleep with me? And when I'm addressing it with him, he's telling me that's how I like it. How can I like it like that when I'm asleep? That's how you like it. What the fuck are you going on with? I digest.
I might be sleeping in the bed with the devil. We all done had a couple of devils. Child and rolled over in the middle of the night. I remember when I broke up with somebody. I said, I gotta get away from you. In the middle of the night, it was 3 a.m. The Most High woke me up and showed me a dream, and he was in the graveyard with a black cat moving behind him. I said, oh yeah, I gotta get up out of this. I woke up the next day. I said, yep, this ain't gonna work. He like, what? Here go the money. Here you go. There you go. Here's the clothes. Here's the ring. Here's the shoes. Oh no!
There you go.
Will you pick up your cross and walk?
Walk, blood. Barefoot, blood. Took nothing from the yard. Me and my 5 pitney.
It looks. Remember, the devil comes pretty. The devil smells.
Babe, I was living it cush, I'm a head teacher, he's a head teacher. We got a 4 or 5 bedroom house because we got a loft conversion thing going on in Sutton Coldfield. I got a hot pool in my blood clot garden, trampoline, you name it, man. 2 cars on the drive and other properties and businesses. 2 free holidays a year. You think the devil never set it up nice? The devil set it up sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. But that's what the devil does, blood. Locks you in this material bullshit. You think that you can't survive without it. Blood, I left that yard. I left him with that yard. I left him with everything in that blood clot yard. The Almighty told me take nothing. Take fucking nothing. Just take the few things that I bought, because for 2 years after I asked for the divorce, the Almighty told me to sit down in the yard. I went and registered myself homeless from 2016, you know. I didn't ask for the divorce until 2019, but there was shit going on from time. Don't get it twisted. The Almighty told me to sit still. Don't worry. Nothing but heartache, domestic violence, police called to the yard, all kinds of fuckery going on for the 2 years I had to stay after my fucking divorce. I had to come out of the marital bedroom because he's still trying to fucking sleep with me. And I've had to go and sleep on the floor for over 12 months. On the floor in between my 2 youngest children. With sciatica. And I still have to get up the next day, go to work, sort out the pitney. Life still life in, blood. Yeah? Over a year I slept on the blood clot floor. Went to court. The judge told the judge where I go on. The judge is like, no, you shouldn't be sleeping on the floor, and there's rooms in the house. No. He's on about, no, she can't have that room. That's the room I use for my business. That's the room I use for my business. Because we run a printing company from home and all them kind of things there, innit? So the judge, I won't say the judge name, but deputy district judge was like, no, fuck that. He tried to say that my children was harassing him, my older sons and whatever. So they got pulled into court proceedings, and the judge heard them, and the judge turned around and said, now differently, yeah. I've heard this case today, and I have to say that the young men on the call, my sons, have articulated themselves and conducted themselves in such a way that I am impressed. I cannot believe the information with regards to the boy, so I'm going to dismiss that. And as for you, Mrs. Henry, I am going to award you a room in the house. My man, you need to take your stuff out of that room by this date and by this time, so that Mrs. Henry can have some privacy, because all he's doing, because I'm in the kids' room, when I'm not there, he's in there going on with his fuckery with my stuff. I got no privacy. We went on holiday, we come back, he's pushed up, chest to jaw, pushed up back. We couldn't even get into the room. We've come back from holiday with all our suitcase. We can't get in the room because he's just going on with his fuckery in the yard. Before that, when in the early days of hospital, he's trying to cook for me. I've been with this pussy hole nearly 20 fucking years of my life. He's never cooked for me. He cooked for me 3 times. The 3 times I gave birth to him, he made me ackee and saltfish, the same fucking dinner every fucking time. And that's it, blood. I do everything in that yard. Cook, clean, take care of fucking pitney. And the both of us are head teachers, so we both have to leave in the morning and go to work and come back, you know. He comes back from work, he sits down on that fucking chair, puts his feet up, and he's served his fucking dinner. And the most he does is pick up the remote to put the TV on, or the fucking PlayStation to play FIFA. That's his life. And if you know me, you know I'm talking the blood clot truth, because I told you already, I don't need to lie. I don't need to lie, and I don't need to make up no blood clot stories. And he's abusing me. And he's working witchcraft on me. And then going around telling people that it's me working witchcraft on him. Who knows me to work witchcraft? I've always been spiritual. If I say something goes, something goes. My family sit down and I prophesize over their blood clot life. That's always been the case from day one. I don't tell no lies on people. I'm telling them their future. I'm telling them about themselves. Things that they don't even know yet. That's the position I stand in. I don't make up no lie. I don't make up no witchcraft. I don't put no curses on people, because I already know that the universe, the universal law is what goes around comes around. What you put out is what you get back. I'm not stupid. I'd have to be a blood clot dickhead. And I'm not a dickhead. So all them fuckers are going on. The Almighty's telling me the mission is over. Get up. You get what I'm trying to say? Get up, blood. It's time to go. Yo, when it was time to go, I left my yard with my 5 fucking pitney, and the Almighty moved me into a house in the Four Oaks, in Four Oaks, which is the nicest area in Birmingham. Yeah, you got Solihull too, but I'm sorry, Liquor Aston, the Four Oaks estate, you can't fuck with these sides, and that's where the Almighty has put me because I was patient for 2 years. I continued to live in the house with this warlock for 2 years and pull up with the blood clot nonsense and be obedient to the Almighty. The Almighty said, don't worry about it, I'm going to look after you. He put enough money in my account for me to move into a 4-bedroom house and be able to afford the rent on it. Yeah, the rent's nearly £2,000 a month. With everything else, all the furniture, new beds, new, we didn't suffer. We had new every blood clot thing. Plus, I even had a 4-bedroom rental accommodation that I was doing for service accommodation, and I had enough money to furnish that yard, plus take my children on multiple holidays and live good. That's what the Almighty did for me, because I was blood clot patient. And that's what the Almighty has continued to do for me. Remember, I told you, when the Almighty makes a promise, the Almighty keeps their promise. When Spirit makes a promise, Spirit keeps a promise. As long as you do what you need to do, they will do what they need to do. So have the faith and surrender.
Good, the devil will know what it is that you're desiring. And if you decide to turn that down, the Most High God says, I will give you double for your pleasure.
Double for your
trouble.
trouble.
Trouble and double for your pleasure. Why? Because it's a pleasure to serve the Most High God.
Pleasure.
It's an honor to be in
honor.
Peace. It's an honor. It's a gift. There's gratitude. Thank you for peace.
It's a fucking honor, blood.
Let's have a look.
Nah, differently.
What an incredible year.
Last year alone, just gone, 2025, the Almighty sent me to 6 countries to do fucking work, to do the Almighty's work. Rituals on the land, moving energy, blood clot this, blood clot that, meeting warlocks, taking warlocks out. Sometimes I'm in the deepest, I'm in the jungle, blood. There's been times when I'm like 5-6 hours away from my passport and I'm with a group of fucking demons that the Almighty has sent me into a blood clot slay, and I've still got out alive and made it back to the blood clot UK. Yeah, it's a pleasure to serve the Almighty, and the scarier it is, the better the blood clot reward. Yo, right about now, I need to ring my blood clot bell, man. That's how I feel. I need to ring my blood clot bell, man, and make the Almighty know what time it is, blood. Because I'm telling you now, there's nothing sweeter. There's nothing sweeter. As far as I'm concerned, there is nothing sweeter. Nothing sweeter than being obedient to the Almighty. Nothing is sweeter. I don't care how good the body is. I don't care how good the pussy is. I don't care how good the money is. I don't care how good nothing is. There is nothing sweeter than wholeheartedly serving the Almighty. That's my truth.
You got somebody saying, thank you for the card. Okay, that's fine. But seek ye first the kingdom of heaven first.
Yo.
You can have all of that.
Seek
but
the Almighty
will you lay
first,
down
man.
your life
Lay
for
your
the
life.
divine?
Yes.
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 You will.
Yes.
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 I will.
Yes.
Because if the Most High God says that it's time for you to go, at least you fought a good fight and you did it in honor of that which was in alignment.
It's not even at least. It's a fucking honor. It's an honor to lay down your blood clot life, because what is your life anyway? Who gave you your life? The Almighty gave you your life. It belongs to the Almighty anyway. I don't know why people feel like this is their life and they're here to do what they want to do. No, this ain't my life. I'm a servant. I'm a servant, blood. My life is in the Almighty's hand. I am a servant. Yeah, I'm a servant for the Almighty. I am not here on my own accord. I am here to do the Almighty's will. By thy will be done. By thy will be done, blood. I don't choose what clothes I put on in the morning. Spirit does that. I don't choose how an email gets sent. Spirit does that. It's like say I'm just a vessel. I'm just a vessel, blood. The Almighty will tell me what to buy to eat, what to do, when to go left, when to go right. And you know what? If the Almighty ain't telling me that, I'm telling you straight, I'm not fucking moving. Do you hear me? I'm not fucking moving. If the Almighty didn't tell me, I'll fucking stand in the middle of the motorway, yeah, with oncoming fucking traffic, and I will wait for the Almighty to tell me what my next move is, and know that I'm absolutely fucking safe where I am. You know that? I know the Almighty is real. I've got too much testimony, too much evidence, too much situations that I shouldn't even fucking got out. Situations that I should be dead. Situations where people have actually gone out of their blood clot way to do me something, and I'm still here today to chat the tale. Can't tell me blood clot, nothing, man. Nothing.
And you know you ain't never coming back. Ever.
Ever,
Listen,
forever,
the Most High
ever.
God said, I still got work for you to do. With all the gossip, all the slander, they called down the harshest judgment on you.
Yeah,
what
man.
did they say you did, chosen one?
Fucking
Let's see what they say.
witchcraft, blah,
Because
blah.
you know the truth.
Man.
So this person is angry because you have premonitions, because you have vision.
There you
They
go.
could have accused you of being a witch. They could have accused you of being a warlock. It's because you see the truth. They don't like that.
They don't
Ace
like
of
it.
Swords. So they said, okay, I'm going to turn everybody against you. I'm going to shut you up. I'm going to shut you down. You will not shine. You cannot be celebrated. Not just in the physical realm. We're not looking for favor and all that amongst people. People are people.
People are people, blood. Fuck
But
them.
in the presence of the Most High God, I need to know that I'm doing the right thing. The moment this person tries to get in the middle of your relationship with the divine, they pretty much sealed their fate with judgment in the reverse, which is why they're in the Nine of Swords, the Four of Wands, spiritual community energy.
They fuck themselves.
Four of Wands is like celebrations, organizations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Court
you speaking
systems,
the truth. So this
schools,
is somebody that's jealous,
hospitals,
mad. You see
doctors.
the truth.
Yeah, I've had it
walked
all.
away from them.
I've had it all,
They're
blood.
still heavily invested in watching you.
And it was a mental fight too, you know, a fight with the sword. A lot of what happened to you was fighting with the pen, having to do court bundles. The court banned me from submitting any more documents in for childcare proceedings, and they banned me from submitting any more documents for FDR financial proceedings. I've got 2 court cases running at the same time. I'm in court every single month for 2 years. Remember, this is all documented. I cannot say these things without knowing that I have to have the evidence to support it, and I have the evidence to support it. I have files upon files upon files upon files. Yeah. All around my house, nothing but paperwork. On email, nothing but paperwork. I've got the documents from the court telling me that I'm not allowed to submit no documents anymore. I've got every single appendix that I said, every email that I've sent, everything has been blood clot recorded. Yeah. Every time I've tried to go to the news with this, every time I've tried to shout and tell people what the fuck is going on, and that all of them join forces and rank forces and come up against me, I've had to take it to Ofsted, the Department of Education, the Ombudsman. Listen, yo, these institutions, you think this is just some simple war? This ain't been no simple war for me, you know. And also, what about the inner war with self? In all the midst of that, I've also had to go in and fight the demons within myself, blood. I've had to confront the shadow within self. Yo, listen, are you ready for ascension? Are you really ready? Are you really ready? Because enough people say they're ready, you know. Enough people say that they're ready to go forward with the Almighty. Enough people say that they're ready, but blood clot, are you really ready? Because the road to the divine is not an easy one. It ain't an easy one. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It will have you fucked up. It might have you in the mental health hospital for truth. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's not a joke, man. It's not a joke.
The only thing this person can do at this point is take notes, because trying to defend your character only has them out here looking like the demon and the devil that they are. Very jealous, very insidious, very insecure. Okay? Whatever the lesson was that they were supposed to get when they were sleeping next to you, they missed it.
I missed it, blood.
Start over. Go back. Maybe go back to the womb and work your way up. But you're going to have to go back into your shadow and figure out what is wrong with you and why you keep trying to attack somebody who keeps coming up innocent. Somebody's like, damn, I cannot get this person in trouble. Somebody wants you in trouble with the creator. We're not doing none of that. Didn't I just tell you? Damn it.
Fucking crazy,
Devil
man.
in a reverse. Didn't I just tell you? Judgment in the reverse, devil in the reverse, devil in a red dress, devil driving a red Corvette. Whatever the case, wherever the devil is going, we don't want no parts.
No part.
Okay? Devil in the reverse and judgment in the reverse. This person is being exposed for being the devil.
The devil blood.
And you're
straight
being
up.
vindicated. Look at the devil in the reverse. They said you were the devil.
Come on now.
They said you were evil. They said you were mean. You needed to be humble. So they tried to put these wands on your back.
My ex-husband put this information in court documents, you know. I've got court documents of him saying that I'm doing witchcraft. This ain't made up, you know. This is real. Like I said, when time comes, everything will be documented. Because like I said, it's judgment, it's receipts. The Almighty saw everything. The Almighty saw everything, blood.
They wanted you to have hardship. Somebody is mad because you...
Hardship. I'm going through divorce proceedings. I've had to move out of the family home, etc. He's not paying no money to the kids, no childcare, no child support, no spouse maintenance. In fact, he's putting in the document that he wants me to pay him spouse maintenance. I've left him in the 5-bedroom house in Sutton. And he's putting in the court documents. Remember, it's written. It can't be denied, blood. It's written. I have written evidence. This is why he's fucked. Because he's chatty, thinking that the truth weren't ever going to be uncovered. Yo, carry on with your bad self, man.
Listen. Whatever signal you got, whatever green light you got telling you to move away, you were sleeping with the enemy, you took what you needed to and you moved forward. And when I mean took what you needed to, I mean the lesson, the wisdom, introspection. How many times have people left relationships and they move forward and they're just stuck on their ex? He did this and he did no. She did that. No, what did you do? What did you allow? Did somebody force you into that relationship?
Yeah. I stepped in there on mission.
Some people were being forced spiritually into these relationships.
Yeah, true.
And then you learn how to transmute energy and you said, oh, okay, I gotta love myself. Let me just go and love myself because that's gonna reveal everything. When you love yourself, you get the hell out of Dodge.
Trust me.
When you love yourself, you will leave everything behind.
Leave it
to have your peace.
man. To have your peace.
4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, 10-bedroom house. Hell, apartment, studio, a good car, a nice car. When you really, really are serious about self-love and loving yourself, you will forfeit anything that is not resonant.
Yo, you'll drop everything, blood. Everything you thought you knew, you would drop. Family, friend, all that fucking blood clot, pitney, you would drop. Yeah? For your peace. I used to, from when I was living in the house still in 2019, 2020, every day I would play Lauryn Hill's song. I need to find peace of mind. I need to find peace of mind. And I would play freedom. Freedom. And I'd pull it everywhere. Almighty, I just want freedom and I want peace. I want peace and I want freedom. I knew that I was being held in bondage. I needed freedom and I need peace. Yo, look at me now. I get to wake up when I want to wake up, sit down when I want to sit down, eat when I want to eat, fly out the country when I want to fly out the country. I get to do what the fuck I want. Complete sovereign. Hello? But it never just comes, so.
With your divine life. I don't care what it is. Or stay bound to the devil. All good gifts come from above. And all gifts ain't good gifts. Somebody was trying to literally drag you to hell. They said you were guilty. They said you did listen.
Literally.
The Knight of Swords. So why are they mad? Because you're speaking the truth about yourself. You're speaking the truth about the divine. You know the truth. You know who they are. You see through them. They're jealous of your gifts and they're mad because you are the high priest.
Because I am who I am.
8 of Cups that you walked away.
Because I am who I said I am.
How dare you?
How dare I?
Like, how dare you?
How dare I?
What? You're going to stay in the bed with the enemy. You're going to stay bound to me.
You're going to look after me.
You're going to know.
I sold my soul to the devil to the point where my heart is black and it no longer works. But you're going to stay with me because I'm going to take your life force energy and feed off you so I can survive and thrive. No, you're fucking not, you dickhead. No, you're absolutely fucking not, blood.
Hell, we not. not today, not tomorrow, not tonight, not whatever the hell you got going on. It's hell to the motherfucking
Hell to the motherfucking no.
So the creator, you got the empress energy, leadership, okay? So you're somebody that's important. Whatever this is, the Most High God is using you as an example. This is radiant energy. Can we just get on a good note?
Yeah.
Again, just imagine somebody approaching spiritual court saying, I call judgment. I call judgment. Spiritual court looks at the case and says, okay, let's take a look. Bloodline, okay, you're breaking generational curses. You're the star. You're chosen. You're the matriarch of your family. Temperance energy. You have earth angel ability. This is spiritual court going over.
The star. My nan put these tattoos on my hand. Yeah. In 2023, before the shit got booky. My nan said, you're the star. The spirit said, you're the gift. The gift, the star, and the key. Yeah? Gift, star, key. Remember that.
For the court case, looking at the details. Somebody typed up 100-page report trying to document some stuff, and it was all falsified. That's what I just heard. So you submitted false documentation to spiritual court. Listen, let's get it together. Let's get it together. Let's just expose it for one good last time. The Knight of Pentacles. Child, this person came in a spiritual court with a freaking bibliography, okay, of lies and slander and gossip. She needs to be humbled. He needs to be humbled. They don't trust in God. I saw them doing witchcraft, and you ended up getting exposed for being the devil that you are. Child.
You know, when he sent paperwork into court on about I'm doing witchcraft, you know what he sent into court as evidence of my witchcraft? My Tibetan meditation singing bowl. Did you hear me good? Did you hear me good? His evidence to the court of me operating in witchcraft was him sending a picture of my Tibetan singing bowl. Hello? I'm being prosecuted because I've got a Tibetan meditation singing bowl. Okay.
What a brilliant, beautiful, divine plan. I love when we as the chosen ones trust God with our lives. And we surrender it to the point where the only way for anything not to go in your favor is for you to be out of alignment. But baby, when they checked up on you, they found you talking to the Most High God. They saw you trusting Source.
Yeah, all day long, blood.
Where's the lie, honey?
All day long.
Where's the liar? Something like that. Liar,
Where's the devil
They found you
worshiper?
being in alignment. 7 of Wands, the ancestors showed up and said, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Well, it appears as though you have a group of people and they're calling down judgment over this person.
Yeah.
Let's just see. Look how you coming up, chosen one. Ace of Swords, you told the truth. You're speaking the truth. You moved on.
Told the truth, man.
You smelled the demon, you got the hell out of Dodge. You
Mutton.
smelled the devil, you walked away. How dare you? This is what the devil is saying. How dare you? Oh, you think you too good for this diabolical, demonic ass, sleeping in the bed with the enemy ass energy? Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
And even when I didn't know that I was good enough, the divine said, follow me.
Get gone, girl.
Let me show you something. Trust in me.
Come, man.
Even when you couldn't see your way.
Trust me,
you
man.
trusted in the divine, and now your life is in alignment, and somebody wants to say that you are the devil incarnate.
Child, blood clot, man.
Somebody's in a bind. Coming up as the higher font.
Trust me, man. You know, man. Almighty, 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 almighty.
You're coming up as the higher font.
Almighty, man.
Somebody held in high honor, chosen by the Most High God to do great things, striving for perfection, humiliated in the presence of Source, not amongst this devil. Somebody wanted to see you sweat. Somebody felt like you needed to be embarrassed.
Yeah, humiliated,
Somebody wanted
man.
to humiliate you.
Humiliation
Somebody wanted
rituals,
you to be something that you simply are not. Even at your lowest point, even at your lowest moment, you were never this diabolical.
Never.
You just walked away.
Just walked away.
You got the hell up out of Dodge. You caught a bad vibe. You had a premonition, and it immediately created a tower. This person is ferociously like trying to attack you to no avail.
Every
Literally.
day,
You ever
all
seen
day,
somebody
man.
just boxing with the air 3344 on a timer? Listen, you can't. Okay, let's see. They said you were guilty, chosen one. You did. They said you were talking to the devil, dealing with the devil. Look at this here. Look at this here. Look at this here. Seven of Cups, illusions, projecting their demonic energy onto you, saying that it was you. It was you. You did it. You're gonna pay. You're this. You're evil. You're this. You're that.
I
Child, a
never
whole
ever
life.
wish bad things on him. I never ever wish death on him.
Overextending an explanation.
Never
That's
ever.
a liar. But you were silent in the truth. You said, "Let my energy speak for itself.
Yeah.
Let the Most High God vindicate
Judge
me."
me, blood.
And I know that the Most High God is never late.
Yeah.
And if this is what I have to go through, if this is
That's
my
fine.
cup, so shall it be.
So
if
shall
this
it
is
be.
not my cup, Most
So
High
shall
God,
it be.
let it pass from me.
Yeah.
Ace of Cups. And you stood on spiritual business. You stayed to your prayers and you allowed the Most High God to bring it to pass.
Trust
and
me,
this
man.
is why you are being celebrated. This is why
Prosecuted,
prosperity
man.
is coming in. They don't understand that you had to go through the Five of Pentacles.
Yeah.
The Four. First of all, you got to go through the Two,
Yeah.
the Three, the
Yeah.
Four, the Five of Pentacles.
Yeah.
Being at a fork in the road, will you forsake everything and everybody
Yeah.
to embark on this
Yeah.
journey? It's a narrow path.
Yeah.
You said, "Yes, I will."
Yes, I
and now
will.
you at the Ten of Pentacles.
Yes, I will. And
Let
yes,
the
I
devil
did.
say something.
Yes, I
swear
did.
before God, if a devil jump up here in spiritual court, I swear.
Slap him down, blood.
You gonna listen. You gonna jump up to get laid out. You're better off somewhere picking your afro, son. Whatever this is, Ace of Wands. The divine is presiding over our case, vindicating us. You are the Hierophant, being held in high honor.
Spiritual court.
You can't afford to make any meaningless, thoughtless, senseless, immature, spiritually immature mistakes.
Because you're held to account.
And
I'm
any
held to
mistakes-
account. Does that make sense? Like, imagine if I am who I am, and I know spiritually that I'm highly ranked, and I'm out there doing fuck with things towards people. The punishment for me is worse than the punishment for someone else, because I know better. Spiritually, whether I'm conscious or not, I know better, or at least should know better. So the punishment for me is greater. So I take them things very seriously. I don't wish things on people. I don't have bad thoughts. I don't allow the devil to plant bad thoughts in me. I never have. I've never been a bad-minded person. I've never looked at somebody and thought what they have, I want to be mine. No, what they have can be mine. I go out there and I work for it. I don't pay attention to people. You know how much people are vexed because they feel like I ignore them. I ignore you because you're not interesting to me. I'd rather watch the tree or a bird or the sea or something. You understand where I'm coming from? Or sit down and chit chat with the blood clot divine. I don't find people interesting, none whatsoever. So I don't spend my time pennying them. These people are mad because I don't spend my time pennying them. I don't spend my time watching what they're doing. Why would I watch what you're doing? When all you're doing is fuckery, man. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't know, man. These people are fucking crazy.
You make it is you and the Most High God. That is where your atonement and your repentance is, honey. Not to this devil that's fighting hard tooth and nail, trying to get some type of energy to attach to you. They really want people to see you as
bad, demon, horrible.
They want people to see you in a bad light. Okay? Seven of Cups is illusions, projections. People don't see you this way. The devil has been exposed, judgment in reverse. Their case is not being heard. It's been overturned. It's been thrown out. Don't show your punk ass up here in spiritual court again.
Not only has it not been heard, in spiritual court, not only have they not been able to prove the things against me, they've exposed their own blood clot arse now. They're in fucking court. That's the joke.
How somebody is guilty when they're not. You're the Hierophant. You're a leader. You're a teacher. You're a boss. Divine masculine energy. Emperor energy. I can't make it up.
Yeah.
You help people. You guide people. You're being vindicated. Big divine masculine energy here. Okay? Yeah, the Ten of Cups. Soul Tribe family. You have a love for Creator. Whatever you've been through, this is where your humility comes from. This is where your love for Creator comes from. Whatever you've had to go through, spiritual attacks, people trying to unalive you, lying on you, destiny swap, whatever they were trying to do, you are now being vindicated. You were always that one. They could have never stopped you. Once you made the decision to forfeit whatever this energy was,
Let's check this call. Fuck it, stopped anyway.
and you eliminated your savior's complex, realizing that everybody can't be saved,
No.
this is when the doors of
Yeah,
possibilities,
and it's not my
infinite
job to save
possibilities,
everybody
blessings,
either.
love, divinity came
I
through.
leave
A lot
them
of
now.
divine
Leave them to
masculine
burn. Leave them
energy.
to manage
A
their
lot of
own
divine
karma.
masculine energy. King of Cups is like a man that loves God, honey.
Hmm.
That does the right thing when nobody's watching.
Fucking
This is why
Enoch,
monitoring spirits get pissed off. They send a little monitoring spirit.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm gonna catch you.
She
I know
gonna
you're
catch
doing
me.
something evil.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody doing nothing evil but you. You just spend your whole day and night.
Let me tell you something though about the Almighty. These fucking dickhead people, you know, and these dickhead entities, they think, fuck the fact that they think they're gonna catch me doing something ungodly when nobody's watching. There's always somebody watching. From a child, I have been watched. From a child, I have felt like I'm under surveillance. From a child, I have had spirits around me. I'm on the toilet. I'm in the shower. I'm in my bedroom. I've always known spirit is around me. I always know God is watching. Why do these people think that God is not watching? Do you really believe that God is not watching? Do you believe that everything that you do is not being recorded? Do you really think that when you're thieving and sneaking, nobody knows? Is that what you think? Because I can't believe that people really, really believe that. That what they're doing is not seen. Everything you do is seen. From you seeing it, God's seen it. Because everything out of your... That's why it's the all-seeing eye. Because the Almighty can see out of every blood clot eye. Fly, bee, wasp, lion, tiger, bear, fucking bird, eagle, fucking water creatures, human beings. Anything with a blood clot eye, God can see through. And then some. Why do you think that what you're doing is in secret? Why? I don't understand. Why do you think what you're doing is in secret, and why do you think what you're doing has no consequences? Really? I think if more people understood that there was nothing hidden, and you know how what was her name? Tara Banks, who done America's Top Model. She used to say, like, every street's a catwalk. So when you're walking, regardless of where you're going, you walk like you're on the catwalk, because every street's a catwalk. Yeah? You need to know. Say, every time you take a blood clot step, every time you make a move, every time you open up your eye, every time you move, it's being seen. You're on the fucking catwalk. You're on fucking show. The ancestors are watching you. Spirits are watching you. Entities are watching you. The Most High is watching you. Why do you think you're alone? You're not alone. You're not alone. If you watch a medium called Tyler Henry, who does the mediums for the celebrities, he's very, very good. He will get name, places, past reference, whatever. He will tell them what they were doing yesterday. Oh, was you in the mirror yesterday? Or, I'm getting a reference to you hanging upside down. The girl's like, yeah, the girl from what was it called, the show? The Hills. Do you remember The Hills? One of the girls from The Hills was on there the other day having a reading. She was pregnant at the time of this reading, I should say. And the baby's breech, so she was doing upside down handstands to try and turn the baby around. And he's telling her what she was doing in her room the day before. My sister-in-law phoned me. I told her, I can see that your sister's pregnant. She's having a baby and it's a girl. She's like, oh my God, Asha, how do you know? She only told us yesterday that she's having baby. I said, I can see, and it's a girl. The girl gave birth to a girl, 2 little girls she's got. I said, but Karina, I can see you in the mirror too. You understand me, with a candle in front of you? She goes, Ash, I was in the mirror yesterday. I was in the mirror yesterday doing some affirmation. Yo, if spirit can see it, I can see it. Because spirit will show me. It's not like, say, I'm in your room looking at what you're doing, because it's not that deep, blood. And I ain't got time for that shit. But spirit was there, and spirit will come back and tell me, and spirit knows what's going on in the future, and spirit will make you know what's going on, because everything is seen. Don't be stupid. Don't think you're doing things and you're getting away with it, man. It's fucking dumb.
Watching the chosen one as they go about their life and live and are happy. My thing is, nothing ever clicks. Like, let me stop being a devil. Like, do people know that they being controlled by the devil?
Yeah.
Or you just keep watching the chosen one be blessed?
But they
Look at
don't
this,
know
Ten
they're
of
being
Pentacles.
controlled by the devil because they don't understand
Somebody
how it
is coming
works.
into prosperity, the land of milk and honey. And if they think they can change this, they're really fooling themselves, y'all. The Seven of
The
Wands,
land of
it's
milk
being
and honey
protected.
blood.
Gatekeeping energy. There's a monitoring spirit here right now. Hell, what are they looking for? Nobody give a damn. Look.
I ain't got no monetary spirits,
Seven of
man. They
Cups,
got
delusion,
took out in
suggestion.
December. It's like tumbleweed
Somebody
around
wants you to
here.
wear their
I'm like,
nasty energy, and
ancestors,
you
where
keep
did
coming up
everybody
as the
go?
Ace of Wands. Somebody with great insight, direct connection to source. You have great ideas. You are creative.
You know, ancestors just says to me, and they says to me earlier on, this is why I'm getting all the phone calls now. Because there's no monitoring spirit access. They can't watch me in my room no more. They can't send nothing for me. From the pulled that move in December and come try lick me down in my blood clot yard. That's it, man. Divine, the ancestors are just gone fucking. And when I say I've got government officials spying on me, and I know they're spying on me because I get to also remote view. So I see them spying on me. One time I was drunk, you know. I was already tipsy, getting ready to go out with Fuck Nigga 5. That's one of these missions that the Almighty sent to me in 2023. And I'm in the taxi, it's putting on my shoes for me, like a little strappy strap. And I lie back on the back seat while he's fixing my strap up. And it's like this rush energy comes over me. Next thing you know, I'm traveling through the stars and I'm in like I've gone up to a satellite, and in the satellite there's two white men. Yeah? One's sitting at the computer and one's looking over his shoulder. So I walk over and look over his shoulder, and on the screen I see me. I see me on the blood streets are here. My higher self or spirit, whatever it was, turn around and say, come out of there. Come out of there, because they're gonna know because they're tracking me, they're gonna know that I'm behind them. That it's like say it's okay for them to track me, yeah, because spirit knows they're tracking me, but spirit didn't want them to know that I was tracking them, yeah. So spirit's telling me to come out of there, come out of there. So I'm in my mind saying, how can I come out? I don't even know how I got here. I don't even know how I astral projected or teleported up there to know how to fucking come out of there. And spirit's telling me, get out of there now, get out of there now. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I open up my eyes because I'm lying back on the chair, and because I've opened up my eyes, that's put me in the 3D. And I've gone, yo, Eric, you never fucking just guess what I saw, you know. I just literally fucking ascended, and I've seen these two guys watching me, and as I've said that, I've gone fucking back up again. And the two guys have fucking clapped me in there. And I've just opened up my eyes back in the 3D and come back down, not laughing, but just thinking, what the fuck? And this was like, it's fine anyway. They just didn't want them to know yet that I'm fucking radio remote watching them too. These fucking dickheads. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you get to spy on me, but I get to spy on you too. The difference is, I'm just not interested in what you're spying on. I'm not interested. I'm not losing sleep over why you're watching me. Watch me if you want to watch me. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't do me nothing anyway. So I'm not all highty-tighty about you watching me. But what I will say is that in 2024, when they all started to come in my room and I was now aware of it, so it wasn't that I was astral projected anyway. I was in my own room, and I was in my room with no clothes on. And as more of them started to come in, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I've had to draw from my dressing gown because I'm so conscious of how many entities and people are in my room that I'm actually becoming nervous about me being fucking naked. I'm in my room by myself, just like now. I'm in my room by myself. If I want to be naked in my room, it's no problem to be naked in my own house. Yeah, let's keep it real. But the way they're there, I'm like, fucking hell, put on clothes. Put on blood clot clothes, you know. This thing's real, man. This thing is very, very real.
You are spiritual. You have a love for people. You have a genuine love for yourself and others.
100%.
And the Ten of Cups. You cleaned up your bloodline with love and light.
Trust me.
Even when people didn't know what you were doing, even when they said that you were something else. Look at the sun, the light, Three of Pentacles.
I carried
Now
on.
we get to go into these healthy collaborations.
Yeah.
Now we get to go into this enlightenment energy. The only thing these monitoring spirits can do is take note and try to figure out how to get their souls out of bondage from doing demonic things, and how they too can go towards the Most High God. That's all they can do at this point. They can't tell a lie. They can't show up in spiritual court. The documentation has been falsified. Whatever documents you're trying to submit in spiritual court has been falsified. This is falsified documents. Clarify. You said the chosen one was evil, didn't you? And the chosen one is still coming up as the Ten of Cups. Royal lineage, bloodline, soul tribe family. This is spiritual community. Shadow band. Yeah, they mad. This is the whole spiritual community. I remember I did a video about the spiritual community under judgment. That's what this is. That's what this is. A lot of old lovers, y'all. Child, I don't want none of my old lovers coming and looking for me. I didn't listen. I left everybody with a good prayer. I even left them with some good energy. You know what I mean? Home cooked meals, clean house. But when I walked away, I did it properly. Releasing people properly is the best thing that you can do.
Trust me, man.
It doesn't take anything away from your cup. Release these people. So I hope, I pray, please, God, please, please, please. I hope nobody
left them with a cooked
from my
blood
past
clot,
is
meal
watching
blood.
me.
I'll drop some of them off.
Please go get your life together. Please go negotiate your deal with the devil and get your soul back.
Get your
You
soul
are
back,
severely
bro.
under
Judgment Day
in the
is
reverse,
here.
which means that you have to be bound to a cycle until you figure things out. And until you figure out that attacking a chosen one is not what it is, what it could never be, you will continue to suffer in purgatory. Yeah, it's a wrap. Somebody's watching your affiliations, your connections.
Yeah.
Three of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Somebody could be digging through your damn comments.
Come on.
If you're in the public eye, somebody's scrolling, reading comments, trying to find out if somebody's saying they love you.
All day long.
If you're searching through the comments of the Soul Tribe family, we're all saying I love you. It's too much love over here. There's too much light over here, okay? Let's see. They charged you. They said you did evil. Let's see. Did you? Page of Cups. Now they crying. Now they in spiritual court. Talking about, no, what had happened was,
You
your
lied.
ass lied.
You lied.
Now you want to cry.
You lied.
Because you lied. Page of Cups.
Straight up
This person
lied.
is coming up as somebody that's like a wounded child.
Spread lies about me.
Very immature. Very petty.
Got people to believe the lies and got people to come
I'm like real
against
close
me.
to feeling bad for this person. Like I'm so close, but my spirit team is telling me no. You know what you did. You know what you said. Man. You're being held accountable for every word
their
you
actions.
spoke,
Don't feel
every
sorry for
thought
them.
you thought,
When you see them on fire burning, loud them blood, step past, man.
Behind the
Act
scenes,
like you don't see.
up the street, around the block, online, whatever you did, your keyboard bully, whatever you did, you are being found guilty.
Guilty, blood.
Yeah, somebody is pissed off because you're being celebrated.
Yeah.
This person wants to tarnish your image. They want people to see you as somebody that's not the Hierophant.
See me as how they want to see me. And the thing is, they already know who I am.
Masculines in the spiritual community.
They already know who I am.
Divine masculine. Yeah, Three of Cups. You're being elevated. You're being graduated. You're being congratulated. If your money was blocked, you got blessings coming in here. Now. Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. 10-10.
10-10, blood.
2026 is 10.
10-10.
Which really breaks down to a 1. 1 breaks down to divinity,
2026.
Because 2025 was the Omega. It was the end. It's over. New cycles. What's good? I can make it up. You release your burdens, child. These people are being exposed.
Come on.
Five of Wands, secret evil eye amongst the spiritual community. Even if these people are not in the spiritual community, which I don't believe that they are, I feel like this is like exes, family members, people that, child, they're having a bad life, but they put themselves there. You put out a lot of negativity and you want to have a positive life? How?
It don't work that way. How?
I mean,
what you
until
get what
you bow
you
down in the presence of greatness, until you submit to Source genuinely. That means not faking crying like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, fake healing,
no,
man.
We're talking genuine, pure heart chakra in the presence of the Creator. You cannot come nigh. And even if you try to come nigh, you still can't lie on the chosen one. There's too much love here and light and intelligence and education and You've
Are
got
you
teachers
listening?
and leaders amongst us, people that genuinely want us to be okay. I feel like this is somebody, honestly, that is in a high ass rank.
Come on now.
Listen, it is an honor to channel your energy. Thank you for
you.
allowing me to see this. Because whoever you are, you outrank us. You outrank me. But the fact that you're allowing me to channel this energy, I am honored.
I'm honored to
I'm
have
honored
you.
to have this divine masculine amongst us in the spiritual community, guiding us, helping the people in the trenches. Somebody got it out of the mud.
Trust me.
Somebody is like a rose through concrete.
A rose.
This man is very, very strong.
A rose.
He wants this story to come out. This is his form of humility to let you know that yes, you see him in the stars energy. Yes, you see him balanced. Yes, you see him standing his ground, being strong as a leader and a teacher. But you have no idea the devils that he had to walk through, the hells that he had to encounter in order to sit in this seat. And you think a devil gonna come along and try to attack him at this level? A devil could never. If you don't get your bum ass up out of here trying to mess with this divine masculine, this person is definitely above me rank wise. Woo!
Told ya, I'm a spiritual judge, blood. A spiritual judge, a celestial judge. The Almighty said, you've got permission to judge man on earth. Imagine. I said already earlier on, nobody can judge because everybody's flesh and blood. Nobody's supposed to be judging nobody. The Almighty said, you. I'm sending you down to judge, blood. You're gonna call judgment. Imagine. I'm here to call judgment here on earth. Who the fuck am I? The Almighty said, yo. Fucking blood clot, Enoch incarnated. Reincarnated blood. Most devoted blood clot angel. You can't tell me nothing about the Almighty, man. I defend the Almighty to death. To the death. To the blood clot death. And that's what these people hate.
Ooh, there's a lot of things that we are above, and there's a lot of people that are above us. Do not come for the people we love, because then we get crazy, then we get scarier. Ain't no problem when we're the equation. Presence noted, observation. We're not new here, reborn creation. Come in, find us, sending location. In the divine feminine, we are not playing. Five of Pentacles, we are starving the enemy out. We're not feeding them anything.
Nothing. No energy, no communication, no nothing.
She left no crumbs. We're not leaving any crumbs, honey. There's nothing for them to get. There's nothing for them to wage war on. Mm-hmm. The only thing these people can do, places and things, is take note and figure out how to get their souls back enough that they can get out of these lives that they created. But first, you got to admit that you're the problem. And some of them just don't want to do that.
Yeah, ego, blood.
Leviathan spirit, Python
narcissistic spirit. Got them gripped.
Craziness. The only thing they can do is take notes and try to figure out how to go to the Creator. Present yourself divine and in order when you come in the presence of the Creator, for we serve a holy God. Don't come with all this mess and these lies and then think that the Creator is not going to see it. Spirit said, get yourself together before y'all get laid out. I feel like they already laid out.
Blood. I was going to say. Yeah. Already laid out, man.
Yeah, when there's an exemption of divinity, when there's no light, when there's no love, when there's no joy, the God that y'all praise and worship and you allow to trick you out of your spot, out of your soul, out of your contract.
That's the devil's job, blood.
The plug, is not answering your call. The devil has been dead and defeated.
Yeah, you're on your own now, but the devil
still
got
want to keep the devil alive. These people keep trying to resuscitate the devil, resuscitate all this old energy and old lies and you know, because they're too ashamed. This is what I just heard. They're too embarrassed to admit that they were wrong.
Yeah.
They were wrong.
Basically.
Their
Yeah.
ego was bruised when
Ego,
you walked
man.
away, because in their minds that was you saying
You're
that you
fucking
were too
shit.
good for them. That's
Yeah.
what they feel. This is what this person feels.
Yeah. But I was too good for
But
you.
really, in reality and totality, it was the divine telling you, "You too good for this.
Yeah.
I made you to do something great. I just
Yeah,
needed you
come.
to get this lesson." For
But
some of these
me,
people, you were a lesson.
that's it.
Yeah, you showed them kindness, Knight of Cups and a Lover. You
Nothing
came
but
very
love, man.
innocent,
Nothing
very
but love.
unassuming. So much so that somebody thought that taking you down would be really, really easy.
Yeah.
You look like you don't know nothing.
Yeah.
You just come in real nice. You need something, you
Yeah.
hungry, you want to, like very
Like
kind,
a
cups
cute
energy.
baby.
Okay, very, very sweet. And then you had to learn, oh God, okay, I
Yeah,
can't be
man.
nice to
Can't be
everybody.
sugar and pie to
You
everybody.
keep that
man.
kind heart. It says, guard your heart with all diligence. Protect your heart. As much as we want to save people, no, some of these people can't be
Can't be
saved.
saved, man. In fact,
Five of
it's
Pentacles.
letting them burn is the
Leaving
saving
them out in the
them.
cold, Nine of Cups.
You
Yeah,
gotta
I
let
can't
them
make
go
this up.
through it, man.
Feeling entitled to your energy, feeling entitled to your win.
Yeah.
Ooh,
fuck are you
Divine
saying?
Collective, you went from the Five of Pentacles to the 10. And every prayer in between the Five of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles, you gave reverence to the Most High God. You knew that.
Imagine my ex-husband was going around telling people that he brought me cum. How are you gonna bring me cum? When I met my ex-husband, he had a little business in a little shed. And when he met me, he expanded into something beyond his wildest dreams. You understand? When he met me, I owned my own house. I had 2 cars on the drive, and I was raising the money to go and do my masters. How did you bring me cum, blood? It's a fucking illusion. But I tell you, I used to have money, you know. You see, when I got with this goddamn Warlock, my money dried up, blood. I can't lie, blood. My money dried up. Everything he was taking. Everything he was taking, blood. Not no more, though. And that's what I'm saying. These people go on like say it's them. And you know what? Because I don't mind not being in the light. I don't mind not. So at the time, I was okay letting him go forward and making it look like it's him. He didn't even do his qualifications. He's never finished his qualifications. He's illiterate, blood. He's got qualifications, but he never did it. If you strip him from every qualification his so-called got and told him he has to redo it and do it again, blood, he'd never pass one of them. And that's a fact. He wouldn't pass one of them.
The divine timing wasn't.
He's going around like his big boat track because he's driving around in a Mercedes C-Class. Why is he driving around in this Mercedes C-Class? Because I sorted out some paperwork and got his disability sorted out so we could get a disability mobility car. But you don't want to let the community know that he's driving around in a disability mobility car. Oh, no. He wants everybody to think that it's him rolling. It's all an illusion, man. It's fake blood. Fake shit and fake love.
And play. You knew it, you know it, you didn't doubt it. Yeah, I'm channeling a divine masculine that is a warrior.
No, I'm a divine feminine,
somebody
masculine,
has all the keys
and I'm a
to
divine
the doors,
warrior.
Okay, they've earned it. You cannot take this person's work. You can't plagiarize it. You can't steal.
It's all authentically done by the Almighty.
Integrity. The art is hidden in the work.
Come on now.
I feel like whoever this person is, they feel like, oh, you think you're better than us, or you think you're this, or you haven't been through anything. We never need to explain people our stories. We should offer our stories as teachers, because sometimes we get moments of revelations and just how far the Most High God has brought us. You know, when I know how far the Most High God has brought me, it's when an asshole comes into the comments and says something evil, and I don't respond. I said, oh, God, you have brought me such a very long way. Child, you have brought me such a very long way. Like, seriously.
Can't even be
I'll hear the
asked to
Holy Spirit
respond to
say,
that.
ignore that. You know, or the Spirit will reveal to me they're struggling with a demon. They need an exorcism, or, you know, like I'll hear Spirit tell me exactly what's going on spiritually. But the high priestess is the keeper of secrets. All of what we know, sometimes we don't say. Even right now, most of what is being said in spiritual court is not even here on my table. Mm-hmm. This is just the short end of it. This is like, you know, the long story short by way of the spiritual logistics and statistics. Yeah, look, the four of cups. This person missed an opportunity to try to trick spiritual court, trick the dead, trick the angels, trick whatever. Okay, tricking around and messed out. Now they about to get laid out. It's crazy business. Yeah, the Eight of Wands. Okay, you're communicating something in the public eye. Whatever you're doing, keep
Hello.
going. I feel like I don't need to tell you that. I feel like this is just clarification and confirmation for entertainment purposes, because this story is encouraging people to go towards the divine.
Come on now.
You are an example of what overcoming looks like, overcoming all the obstacles, even when you weren't even supposed to have no more obstacles. Somebody was putting obstacles in your way. The Most High God said, okay, come towards me, your path is clear. Somebody kept coming. They're like, what are you doing? I call judgment. I can see the evil in you. You're evil. You're going to pay for that. You're projecting all these lies.
Projecting them.
This is calm, tempered, patience, kindness, forgiveness. Somebody wanted you to be every 7 deadly sin, and here you are resting in the 7 heavenly virtues. Come on, Holy Spirit. Finally, you know, getting a celebration and or a graduation in the spirit realm for being a good person.
Yeah, man.
When this world tells you to be everything but.
Man.
They feel like if you don't cry in front of the world or you don't break down, you're not real. You're not this. Listen, these are teachers. These are leaders. If the leader falls, then what the hell are the people going to do? If you got a spiritual leader that's falling out, snapping out, who the hell is following an unstable creature?
Yeah.
You know how many times spiritual teachers have to stabilize themselves because they're responsible for souls?
Yeah.
This ain't no game like that.
It's not a game, blood. It's not a game in these spiritual streets, man. It's not a game. People take it as a joke, but it's really not that. Oy, man. It's not a fucking game, bro. It's serious. It's really, really serious, and people take it as a joke because of their jealousy, and they don't realize that their jealousy is just demonic influence. It's the fucking principalities, the fallen angels, and all them fucking things there in the 3D, in the 4D realm, but operating on the 3D realm, trying to convince you of things that aren't true. And then if you listen to them and don't check your thoughts and allow these entities to persuade you that it's this and that and where to Bab, every time you do something in line with what they want you to do, you're selling a little bit of yourself, man. A little bit of yourself that can't be recovered. You have to be very, very fucking careful because it is a life or death situation. And it's about eternal life, infinite life, not just this fucking 80, 60 years if you're lucky, but 80, 90 if you're luckier years on this planet. You think it's about Earth? Like I said, the Egyptians weren't interested in this shit. They knew it was more about the afterlife than anything else. Because it is. It's about the afterlife, blood. And if you condemn yourself in this one, you're fucked in the next one because they're all connected.
Easier and when a spiritual teacher can't pick up the phone, they got to call on the Most High God. There's nobody to call. You got to go within.
You got to go.
You got to pray. You got to find a scripture.
Yeah.
You got to find a verse.
Trust me.
Whatever holy book you subscribe to,
blood.
you have to find your peace. Why? Because this is what you've been molded and shaped for.
Yeah.
And if you fall,
then what the fuck?
Then the whole foundation falls.
But not only
so when we say Holy Spirit strengthen me,
not only
that means make me strong.
It don't just mean on the earthly level, it's your ancestors and that too. When they sent me to Africa, in February last year, they sent me there to 3 ancestors, blood. I went back to some. You know what the joke is? That growing up, I weren't even interested in them fucking stories about slavery, because I'm like, I don't want to know about slavery and what happened to black people during that time. What about what my ancestors was doing before that fucking white people come and took the piss? What and France and Danes, you know what I mean? Not just the British and the Americans. Other countries did what they did too. even long before the Britons and the Americans and that, to be fair, when you look at the history of it, particularly around the Gold Coast and the Ivory Coast of Ghana, because that's where my ancestors took me. And when I went into these historical they're called forts, yeah. So they're like buildings that have been made by these slave masters, and it's where they used to kind of gather the slave for months while they were waiting for the ships to come in. So while they were waiting for the ships, they were capturing slaves or being given slaves by the Africans out there too. And these slaves were left to sleep underground and live underground. So they'd have 30 of them in this tiny underground cell, yeah, or these top shells. And they'd be, in terms of hygiene and stuff like that, it's a hot country, blah blah blah. There's all kinds of fuckery going on. Women are on their period. There's no sanitation or nothing. So I went to about 4 or 5 of these different locations dotted around Africa, particularly like St. James and stuff like that in Ghana. And when I went into these places, where the slaves were kept, my ancestors were talking to me. But not only was my ancestors talking to me, the spirits of those slaves that are connected to my bloodline were also talking to me. And I was able to see them and feel them and walk in their footsteps around the building. And they were going in, pushing my body around, pushing my body into the corner of the wall so I could just see through this little gap and look out to sea. And when I looked out to the sea, visually I saw when the boat was coming back, when the boat was coming in to take them, and actually felt the fear and the unsurety that they felt. It's like I took the boat trip with them to the UK or to America. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Spirit brought me to it, and I had an emotional and a visual experience of the fucking ordeal. The dead bodies they would throw and just literally make up the walls with them. When you look at the walls, there's bones and shells, like the fucking building equipment and stuff like that. They were using the human beings. And when I say some fuckery, some serious fuckery, like I said, I didn't want no part of this growing up in history, And as a child, my mum would send me to 104 Saturday School, which is a black school. Like it's a black organization, and they run school for children on a Saturday to know about your history. So from a little girl as young as 7, I've been going to 104 to learn about black history. So it's not I don't have an understanding. I grew up with a mum that was very Pan-African. Also, my sister's dad was 12 tribes, so I grew up with a very Rastafarian ideology too. So I know my blackness, and I was raised to be proud of my blackness. But I also know about my history of blackness, but I never wanted to pay attention. I know that slavery took place, but I know I was a king and queen long before that. I always knew that, and that's what come out in the teaching. But you see, when I went to Blood Clot Ghana on those 2 occasions in March to April, and so February until March and March to April, I spent 4 weeks in total in fucking Ghana. And spirit and ancestors really show. When I say I cried, when I say the people then watch me go on with things, the African people are scared of me, because one, I've gone with all these Orisha shells in my hair anyway, because my dad told me to put them in my hair. I had no idea what they were linked to and the spiritual implication of them. But 2, because spirits just got me pulling me around. You know what I'm saying? Going into rituals in these places so that I can free my ancestors and free the spirit energy that has been captured there. This was real. This is real, people, man. This is real. I went to the ancestor village in Ghana. You can type in ancestor village and see what that's about. You know what I'm saying? I went to bare places in Africa. I drove out the whole of Africa. I had a driver called Sam. Sometimes we're driving for 6-7 hours at a time from one side of it to the other. Africa is, you cannot even comprehend the size of Africa. I couldn't, because I'm from the UK. And it seems like a long thing driving 6 hours up to Scotland. Oh my God, 6 hours to Scotland. Whereas if you come from America, you probably got more of an idea, because in America you have to drive far. You're driving for hours, sometimes days to places. You know what I mean? Whereas in the UK is not big like that. The most you're driving is 6 hours from the UK to Scotland. And I've done that. I've done that drive. In Africa, when you drive 6 hours, blood, you're going from one part of Volta to the other. It's like you're still in Birmingham. You ain't gone nowhere. You ain't gone nowhere, mate. Completely different experience. And when I touched down on these soils, when I really, really touched down, I met the Queen Mother. My driver Sam, his mum was the Queen Mother of Volta. It's not a coincidence, Spirit set it up that way. And my driver's next in line to become chief of Volta, a place called Pando. You can Google it. Yeah, a place called Pando. And down in Volta, Volta is said to be Ghana's most voodoo, as in African traditional religion locations, and that's where I went by myself. I went bare places by myself, but I'm telling you about this particular place. And I went down there. I went down there twice. I went down there the first time and I went down the second time. The first time I went down there to meet the Queen Mother because there's something in a something. And I met various other Queen Mothers too down there. And I danced on the land. I danced on ancestral land. And I've got videos on YouTube of me dancing on this soil with other people. There's hundreds of people. There's different funerals and everybody's got their own chiefs. And it's like the tribal thing, I'm telling you. I went to a slave grave not too far from there where they were harboring slaves, and we found up the man, and the man came back out of his house to open it up for us, and we went round, and I seen how Spirit operated me, and I seen the chains, and I went down the ladder into the holes. I walked the walk, blood. I walked the walk, man. Trust me. I seen ancestors. I cried, man. I laughed, I rejoiced, I did everything. I felt every fucking emotion. It's wild. So when I say I'm on missions for the Almighty, I'm not talking bullshit. I'm not talking bullshit, blood. I don't know where I'm going to be from one hotel to the next. The Almighty said, book this for 3 days, and when you get out there, I'll tell you what next. Can you imagine? Can you imagine going all the way to Africa by yourself and having not even knowing where your accommodation's going to be on day 4? That's what it was. Sometimes I'm running out of places. They put me right in the middle of a Freemason hotel. I knew the hotel was a Freemason hotel from when I went to Africa the first time because I met with some Freemasons down there, but in the astral body, and had meetings with them. And when I went back the second time, I sat in the same seats and had a physical meeting with a Mason and still fucking beat him. And my ancestors are celebrating in the background. The man just turned around and put his hand out and shook my hand. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy, blood. It's been crazy. It's been fucking crazy, blood. And this is after the fucking madhouse. Never mind. All this happened after the madhouse, man. So what the fuck was going on before the blood clot madhouse? And that's what I'm saying. It's been a madhouse. It's been a real blood clot madhouse. But I wouldn't change none of it. I would not change none of it. Because I am who I am because of it. You know what I'm saying? I walk in truth, man. I walk in truth. Know that everything I say, everything that has been recorded, everything that has come out my mouth is the whole truth and nothing but the blood clot truth, man. Or strike me down, blood clot dead. Simple. I have no problem with that. The Almighty has shown me things that I'm just like, what the fuck? I read people trying to get me, going, listen, man. It's been a mad one. Madhouse.
Make me stable. Make me listen. The Most High God says, listen, where you're going, I'm sending you as lambs amongst wolves. Yeah. You're going to need some power from on high. So I'm going to send you some supernatural power from other realms. Okay?
Yeah, man. Trust me.
Now, heads up. Your angels might look like demons to these people.
Yeah. Yeah. They do. Some of them look like demons.
Fact, they absolutely are.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. But you need fire to fight fire sometimes. This is what I was saying to my shamanic tutor back in October, because she was like, no, I need to, because I literally phoned her from Bali and I was bawling. This was November. I was bawling in Bali, man. I had to run from one hotel. My body was bruised. I was cut off every fucking thing. And I got to the hotel. The spirit said, come. The joke is I was in such a panic. When I booked the hotel, I booked the Hilton, Dubai, instead of the Hilton, Bali. So when I got to the Hilton, Bali, on the way actually, because I left the hospital, I ended up having to go to the hospital in Bali. Left the hospital in Bali, realised that I'd booked the wrong hotel. Trying to cancel the hotel in Dubai, because I'm not going to Dubai until 2 days' time. And I need a hotel to stop in tonight, so I've had to rebook for Bali. But because I'm a Hilton Honors customer, It wasn't too bad. Things was able to get sorted out. So I'm now at the Bali hotel. I've landed. I've managed to get my suitcases and everything, and now my body is in pain. You know, my body is throbbing because the same night I've been in an accident. You know what I'm saying? So I've got cuts and bruises all over me. So I'm in the bedroom having a physical 3D moment to acknowledge the fuckery that's just happened to me when I've had to escape from one hotel and jump into and go to another hotel. And because I can't let the people them know where I'm going, because Spirit is very adamant, I've had to pull up into in the hospital and like go on like I'm getting checked in the hospital. But Spirit is making me know you're fine. There is no broken bones. There's nothing but. Do you understand where I'm coming from? From the hospital, then phone a private taxi because it's the hotel. And I'm talking like an hour away hotel, you know. So the hotel has drove me an hour to get to the hospital. Yeah, but I can't make the hotel know where I'm going, so it's not for that taxi to bring me to my new hotel. Come off at the hospital, get yourself checked in, sit down in there like say you're gonna be seen by somebody. I got my 2 suitcases with me in my back. I can hardly walk, you know. I'm limping at this point because this side of my body is fucked. Yeah, I'm sitting down there waiting for Spirit to give me the go ahead. When Spirit gives me the go ahead, I ask the reception people to phone me a taxi. The phone, remember, everybody speaks Bali, hardly anybody speaks English, you know. So you got the English, you got the language barrier, as well as you don't know where the fuck you are. I've just landed at this hospital. I don't know what part of fucking the Bali I'm in, but I know that I'm trying to get as close to the airport as possible. So once I get to the Hilton Hotel, I know that I'm okay. But I gotta get there, and I do get there. And when I get there and I get time to kind of like process what's just happened to me that whole fucking day, because it was an absolute nightmare. I'm bawling. I'm raw bawling, man, because I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? And I phoned my shamanic teacher, Stacy, and I'm telling her what's happened, and she's like, "What the fuck, man? What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm having to get through all of that, travel back, get to England. So when I'm having my session with her in October, November, she say, "I need to speak to your ancestors because this is too much. Don't they know that you're a human? It's still having you're spiritual, but you're still human, and you still gotta go through the thing that you gotta go through here. They can't just be telling you to drop that, go there, do this. You end up falling, you're fighting. You get answers. She's like, no. And my ancestors just come online straight away and told me what to tell her. And when I told her what they said, she just keep it and was like, no, okay, I get it. They are right, I get it. But still, and I'm like, I know. You can't make this shit up, blood. You can't make it up, man. You know, and now I'm about to go and fly and take 4 planes to another country to go and embark on some next fuckery in a few weeks' time. You know what I'm saying? But at least I got this. After the Spirit come in my house and licked me down, and I fell on the ground twice and bust up the whole of my forehead. The ancestors have been on, the Almighty has been on lot blood. There ain't been no negativity and no fuckery. Yeah, the other night something tried to pin me down, but it was light work, blood. I hardly moved, I hardly wiggled. In fact, I burst out laughing and said, really? Yeah, fucking dickhead. You know what I'm saying? It's light work. But I know that this trip now that I'm going, and plus I'm going to have ayahuasca to open up a whole next level of fucking my 5D mind and comprehension and ability. And the things that they're downloading to me that is coming. You know what I'm saying? The things that are coming and the way the gifts are expanding. I have to hold on to my hat because I will lose my blood clot. In 2024, I was sitting on my bed, watching my mind go. And I'm saying, Mosai, if I'm not careful, I'm going to lose my blood. I was tapping into like 94 different levels of consciousness. I could hear talking and collecting information. Imagine, you know how you think and you got a voice in your head thinking. Imagine hearing 90-something voices in your head talking and communicating, bringing back information to you. It was like Lucy, blood. I'm like, it was like a Lucy whole experience. The whole experience before I went into the mental health hospital was like a Lucy experience. That's why I'm saying that I wasn't able to determine between what was happening in my actual physical reality and what was happening on another level, because it was all happening here in my 3D. I lost my blood clot mind, man. Nearly lost my blood clot mind, man. You know, and it's still going and it's still developing. And like I said, nothing hasn't changed. I'm just processing it differently now. I understand it more, you know, so I can hold it, I can manage it. You know, I'm here. And sometimes when I'm on one, I'm jumping timelines. You go back and watch some of the videos, and you can even see that I'm calmer now than when I first started to video. And I only started videoing in November, and we're only in January now. And you can already see transformational changes, because as I'm talking it, I'm processing it, and it's very good for me. And this is why Spirit wanted me to do the videoing. Yeah, it's about the celestial community, like the Hunger Games, and they're watching. Yeah, it's about recording things because it's spiritual court. Yeah, it's about getting my truth out. But it is also for me to help me process what I've actually gone through, what I'm going through, and what is still to come. Because when I look back on some of my videos from 2021, the videos in 2021 are telling you, I'm being told that I'm stepping into a new me. I'm becoming Asherah. Now today, you know that my name is Asherah. Legally now, my name is Asherah. I'm no longer Asher. I've jumped timelines in the spiritual realm, in the 4D realm, so many fucking dimensions. There's not just 3 dimensions, but I will talk about the 3 dimensions because that's our comprehension. But in 2023, Spirit told me you're on the 13th, you're on the 13th dimension. My man, the pussy, not my ex-husband, fuck nigga 5. And again, I've started writing the books on this already, so you can already go on Amazon and pick up my first book about the high priest. You know what I'm saying? But this fuck nigga 5 come in, and Spirit was like, he's on dimension 7, but if you take on this mission, you'll end up on dimension 24, meaning that I will have the ability to communicate and be as strong and dynamic as entities on the 24th dimension. That's what he's saying, that I will unlock those abilities that are already in me. And I was like, I'm fucking down. I'm saying I'm down without knowing the consequences or what that actually meant, blood. Mental health hospital. Mental blood clot health hospital, sectioned under the blood clot mental health hospital, because shit's getting fucking real, blood. I'm operating on multiple dimensions, and there are I had about 30-40 fucking judges in this room because I called judgment on the blood clot judges. The Almighty told me that He wants me to fact check the blood clot Bible. The Bible is incorrect and it's full of inaccuracies, and I'm sitting in my room fact checking the fucking Bible. And as I'm doing that, and I'm calling out, because I'm saying, why is there 200 judges in the Bible and only 3 kings? This is what the Almighty is asking me to investigate. And I'm calling down blood clot judges, and judges are in my blood clot room. Man, let me tell you something, yeah. We're going to get into it, but like I said, let's just surface coat it now, and let's just try to understand that the spiritual warfare and what is actually, what is actually going on when it comes to family and friends and institutions and organizations, Freemasons, government, fucking MI5, and undercover fucking extras. Because it's not just them, it's not just the humans either. Spirit's saying to me to play this because they want me to get some food because I'm hungry. I'm not even that hungry, to be fair, but fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, okay, let's finish it.
When a chosen one has to cry out, they got to talk to source.
Source, man.
Many are called, but few are chosen. Few answered the call.
Few answer the call. That's
this
what
is
it
not
is.
no punk ass position.
It's not no
man.
punk ass. Yo,
you
this ain't no punk
source.
ass,
You have
blood.
to forsake all others.
This ain't no punk ass.
Everybody.
Listen, not only just people, I've had to let go of my own fucking children. The Almighty has been like, allow it. My own fucking kids, I'm crying. No, Almighty, no, I can't. I'm a man, blood. You get, I'm trying to, not only that, I'm like fucking ISIS, man. I take my responsibility as a mom very, very fucking serious, man. Don't play with my kids, man. And the Almighty's telling me now that I might not even come back from where I'm going. I'm having to say to my daughter at 17, listen, I've took out this and I've took out that and I've put this in place. Here are the documents. You get what I'm trying to say? If anything happens, yeah, I'm not even fucking joking, I've got the documents up there. She knows where everything is. Yeah, because I've had to tell my boys to come out my yard. Imagine my second son. When I went to Africa the first time in 2024, I know, Spirit, I'm going to get some food. When I went to Africa in 2024, Spirit told me to tell him, don't let him bring that blood clot demon gal in my yard. Yeah? I told him, don't bring the girl in my yard. I bleached down the whole yard. I even wrote messages in the house, don't bring the girl in my yard. And he brought the fucking gal in my blood clot yard. When I come back from Africa, Spirit, we couldn't get on with what we had to. It was just a nightmare, blood. It was a fucking nightmare. It really was a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. My nan was shouting at me, telling me to box him. Box him in his blood clot face. My nan was screaming at me. I was like, Nanny, I cannot box him. I take the box. I take the blood clot box. And I took the blood clot box. You understand me? Because I want to save him. I told the boy not to do something. I'm your fucking mom. And if I say I don't want somebody in my fucking house, I don't want somebody in my fucking house. Have respect. My children are not disrespectful. So how the blood clot is my son bringing somebody into my house that I have specifically told them not to. What fucking planet are you on? And I'm still not boxing you in your blood clot face when my ancestors directly telling me to box you in your blood clot face. And I never boxed you. I took the box. And that was February the 14th, 2024. And then on February the 14th, 2025, they took me back to Blood Clot Africa and I told the little stinking blood clot boy, don't bring the fucking demon gal in my house. And what do you think he did the second time? No, mommy, I'd never do something like that, man. After the first time, definitely not. What do you think the boy did? The boy brought the blood clot demon gal back in on my blood clot yard. Are you crazy? You have to go, blood. See you later, blood. Can't save you, man. He's the one sitting down to coming with my family right now. At the time from 2024, he was working at the fucking pub owned by my stepmom, and my dad and my cousins and my sisters are all I've got other sisters too, and my sisters are down there, and he's mixed up with them, and Spirit was like, just like I told my dad, if you're on the wrong blood clot boat when the boat's going down, you're gonna go blood clot down with it. Same said, same done. That's what I'm saying. My dad's had a stroke. Don't phone my blood clot phone, because you was warned from 2021 what was gonna go down, and you still made your blood clot choice, a lying on your blood clot bed. Now my son has got 2 pitney allegedly for this yard. The kids aren't even his. And Spirit's like, leave him to lie down in his blood clot bed, because who can't hear must feel. You know how it feels as a parent to watch people you love burn? It's hard, man. It's hard watching the people that you ultimately love burn, but those are the lessons I'm having to learn. By the time I was coming back from Bali November, I'm telling my son what happened in Bali, how I'm ripped up on whatever. My son's going on the phone like a dickhead, and Spirit said, listen, stop talking and listen to what the boy's saying, because the boy's been harbouring my dad's energy from how long? He's in here bossing up my blood clot in 2024. I'm at the hospital. The boys picked me up and slammed me back down on the bed in front of the fucking nurses. I'm trying to escape from my fucking son. I've escaped from the house, from my kids. I've managed to run out the house. I've seen a fucking nurse on the stairs. I don't even know if it's real or if it's in my fucking head. But I've managed to jump up because the 3 of them have got me pinned down on the fucking floor in the bedroom. And I've grabbed the fucking woman's hand and walked out the house with it. And that's how I've ended up in the ambulance. And that's how I've ended up in the fucking hospital. Otherwise, I would have still been in this house. When I got to the hospital, I was like 40 something kilograms blood. Less than a size blood clot for skin and bones. The kids are trying to force feed me in the house, fruits and everything. And they're trying to do their best with me. But I am going in and out from different fucking timelines, and it's all fucking popping off. And I've had my son in my yard. He's treating me like his mom, chatting to me. My mom, my nan is talking through me. And she's talking through me to my son, who is embodying the energy of my blood clot father. Imagine. It's all fucking popping off. November, I've had to tell him, you see, when I get back from Bali, try now, don't be in my blood clot yard. When I landed from Bali and walked in my yard, he was gone and everything was packed up neat, blood. And me and him ain't in or nothing. We sat down Christmas, we ate dinner. He's just texted me on the thingy. My son, I love my son and my son loves me. But there are entities, there are people that are working in different dimensions using necromancy and all kinds of things to send things and embody the people around me, because that's the only way they can get me. And the only people around me right now is my fucking pitney them. And really, it's 1 out of the blood clot 5. And the 1 out of the 5 soon blood clot gone. Because I'm saying, my girl, Spirit's already telling me lock it off, blood. I'm like, Spirit, but Spirit's saying, listen, there's ways and thingy how it goes, because even though the spirit world wants things done now, we're still in a 3D world at the end of the day. And my girl has been harboring her father's energy from 19 how long. It's not the first time I'm making my girl know this can't work. I have to protect myself. I have to protect my own peace, and I have to protect my own sanity. And this is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes it's even when it comes to your fucking loved one, the people that came out of my body, I gave birth to them. There ain't no stronger love, blood. There ain't no stronger love. But when it comes to the Almighty, I don't play. I sacrifice every blood clot body by Pitney. Which Pitney? Pitney who? Pitney blood clot what? Mother who? Mother blood clot what? Father who? Father blood clot what blood? It's me and the Almighty one blood. When Jesus' mom and brother come knock blood clot door to say they're out there, what did Jesus say? I'm sorry, blood. That it don't work like that, blood. It don't work like that. Cause you blood, you think you're getting a pass in here. It don't work like that, blood. Try hard, no, blood. I'm surrounded by my family. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you, blood? Mother, father, Pitney, you can't chat to me, blood. When I tell ya, I'm all about the Almighty. I'm telling you now, I'm all about the Almighty. I have no problem cutting my own throat right about now for the Almighty. That's how serious this shit is. That's how serious this shit is. This ain't a game. This is not a game. This is not a game. This is real. It's fucking real, blood.
Put the Creator first, your purpose first.
What did I say?
So you might have somebody over here like, you didn't call me back. Well, you need to find you something to do. I need to be around people that got something to do. I need to be around people that are looking to trauma bond, that don't misunderstand this kindness that I'm giving. But to pull at the energy puts you out of alignment. Some people misunderstand your kindness.
Kindness, they misunderstand it, man.
At this point, listen, we can only hang out with spiritual leaders.
Only spiritual leaders, the real ones, blood. I'm alone, blood. I'm alone. If you want
some type of camaraderie.
A pussy-o told me he's supposed to come and help me sort out with some court things. That time I didn't even know what I was doing. This is in the early days when I was taking sovereign law, divine law. I was taking spiritual law into the courts. And I was weaving it into my documents, meaning that I'm putting psalms, I'm putting testimonies, I'm putting scriptures into my court documents. And I'm also using old English law, divine law, canon law. Hear me, blood clot, good, okay? Because I'm gonna share. I've written my paperwork and I've sent it to the Pope. Yeah, the fucking Pope. Yeah, I've sent it to the fucking Prime Minister, the head of the police. I've sent it to the Secretary of State. There's about 7 different organizations every week at the same time for 5 weeks running straight until all the documents that needed to be sent got fucking sent. They know who the fuck I am. The pussy-o did not come to court with me. I had to stand up in court myself. This is when it all kicked off and I told the judge that it's my blood clot court. I am the highest authority in here. And the pussy-o told me the day before the court hearing that God is God alone. And it hit my chest hard because it's true. To the point where I had to go out and get it fucking tattooed on my arm. Yeah? God is God alone, blood. Yeah? God is God alone. 228. Yeah? Stand up in truth and you walk a blood clot alone. God is God alone. I walk alone, blood. I'm a soldier alone. Anywhere I'm going, I go alone. If I'm flying, I go alone. If I'm driving, I go alone. If I'm in my yard, I do it alone. With the Almighty and with Spirit. It's not no earthly thing. I don't have nobody earthly around me. Like I said, right about now, I got 1 blood clot Pitney living with me out of 5. Out of 7, really. Because it's 7 I raised. And in fact, really, you could say it was 9 because I had my husband's nephews too. And my sister's fucking nephew, to be fair. So, alright then, let's say 9 because Evans wasn't really all at the house. But Jamel used to practically more or less live there. Every day I'm cooking, the boy turn up every day at the right time. As soon as I stir the pot and put the pot down, the spoon down, and turn off the oven, the boy's at the door. Always there, stopping at the house and sleeping. So yeah, Mother's Day. He used to buy me Mother's Day cards and Mother's Day gifts because I was like his mom. And then my nephew would be at the house with me. My nephew moved in and lived with me. But so did my little sister for a time. So it's not one fucking pitney. I'm a head teacher anyway. My ex-husband was a head teacher. Kids are my thing for the right reason. I can't chat about him. But for the right reason, kids are my thing. Like the Almighty said, Jesus said, come unto me, the little children. Yeah. I like children. I really do. I love them. I'm hard with them. And even when I'm in school, my deputy come to my house and heard the way I was dealing with my children. She was like, oh my God, you're like the head teacher at home. I said, no, I'm the mum at school. How I raise my children at home is how I raise my children in school. There's no different. My expectations and the requirements and the standards that I put in place are no different. And there shouldn't be any different. There shouldn't be any different because it's one standard from the Almighty. It's a high standard from the Almighty, and that's what it is. If you want to walk with the Almighty, you have to be able to hold yourself up to a high standard. So when people are like, oh, she thinks she's so nice and she thinks she's this, I think I'm all those things because the Almighty warrants it so. The Almighty said so. That's what the Almighty expects. The Almighty expects high standards. The Almighty expects high expectations. The Almighty expects a lot from me. A lot from me. And I hold myself account to that. So if it looks like I walk high on my instep, I walk high on my blood clot instep because I'm spiritual. Blood clot royalty. And that's just what it is.
I can't see myself being outside of the high vibrational divine collective. I went into the trenches the other day, did what I was supposed to do, child, and they still lied on me. I said, oh, okay, come on, God. Come on, God. And the Holy Spirit showed me what was going to happen before it happened. I said, yeah, oh, that's what I get.
Yeah.
I was like, well, my job here is done. I knew the truth. The Creator knew the truth. And somebody was still lying on me. I said, whoa.
Okay.
That's crazy.
It is what it is, isn't it?
But the enemy has to expose themselves. They have to expose themselves. They have to confess. They have to show you what it is that they've done, even though they don't even realize it. They have to show you what they've done.
Oh my man, they're gonna show their own
They gotta reveal their intention.
Yeah.
Most times it's insecurity, it's jealousy. These are spirits that need to be casted out. So instead of like praying for deliverance, God deliver me from envy, strife, pride, all the 7 deadly sins. Whatever is in me that's not good, empty it out and replace it with things that are going to keep me in divine alignment. Yeah. Instead of putting that prayer out into the ethers, they're praying against your downfall.
Yeah,
they're reaching around and reaching around.
Take your blood clot eye off of me.
Trying to see if what they're saying about you has manifested.
Take your fucking eye off me and take the plank of wood out your own blood clot eye.
Anybody believe what I say? Reaching around and reaching around. You could have took that energy and you could have atoned with your ancestors. Apologize to yourself for leaving yourself out in the cold, because the only thing you watching now is the chosen one being celebrated, going to the next level with the chariot energy. Cancerian energy. Nurturing their gifts, perfecting their gifts, moving to the next level. I'm definitely channeling somebody that is high motherfucking rank. Now listen, we all know our spiritual rank. Okay, we don't toss around our spiritual rank. Hey, look at me, I'm high rank. No, this is somebody that is definitely high rank. And let me tell you why this is an honor to channel this masculine's energy. Because it has inspired me to keep going. We need that inspiration from time to time, we do. We need it, yeah.
When she say masculine, remember masculine is the energy. Masculine is not a man. You get what I'm saying? And I live in my masculine energy, so I don't have a problem with hearing that it's a masculine, because I know it's my masculine on this video now. You can see that my energy is masculine. It's not feminine. It's masculine.
That is Virgo energy. Virgo energy is emptying out your consciousness. Be renewed by the renewing of your mind. See things from a higher point of view. It's never meant to destroy you, only here
To
to
build
teach
your
you,
blood.
mold, and shape you.
It's not
The
happening
earth
to
is a
you. It's
school.
happening for
You're
you.
learning so that when you ascend past this physical body, you will listen. You will graduate and be elevated to the higher
Highest, man.
realms.
Yeah.
Listen, let that give you encouragement.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like say that they're saying that I won't need to come back to Earth, but I tell you straight, blood, I've already seen what it looks like. I've already been shown what it is to ascend up the 9 dimensions and back down again of what they say of actual consciousness. And I seen myself ascend up these levels in this massive fucking tree thing. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you, when I ascended and went into the void, Bab, I was like, nah, man, I'm bored, blood. I'm going down to Earth again. So if it's a case where there's the matrix is destroyed and Earth as we know it does not exist in terms of a stimulation, then fair enough, we really are not coming back. Yeah. But if it's kind of like this utopia where as entities, whether that be in our physical or our spiritual or celestial body, get to live in the vibration of a world where there's no evil and stuff like that, because this is what the ancestors are communicating, that we're going into utopia and evilness is destroyed. They're completely extinct. They're white. It's like they never existed. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's dimensional. Yeah, so there's different things happening on different dimensions, and it's fucking complex to be fair, but whatever. But I've already turned around and said, I don't have a problem coming back. Enough people are like, I'm not coming back. I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back. But the truth is, I don't mind coming back. Spirit said, get out, Orange, and if you're still chatting. I don't mind coming back. I really do not mind coming back. Because I'm a big blood clot warrior. I have no problem coming back. I have no problem coming back and doing it all again. I have no fucking problem. Yeah? Because deep down inside, and don't get me wrong, there's times when I've been on the fucking floor crying on my belly like a blood clot caterpillar. But I'm telling you now, I love it. I love it. Yeah? I love it. Bring it fucking on. Because I was built for it, blood. When I say I'm a blood clot warrior, I'm a blood clot warrior. You think I back out? You think I back out from blood clot war? You think I back out from spiritual blood clot warfare? Yo, I'll put the devil to blood clot shame. The devil can't say fuck all to me, blood. The devil can't say shit to me, blood. Demons can't say fucking shit to me. That's why they do it in the dark. That's why they do it in the blood clot dark. And whether it's this realm, the 4th D round, 5D, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24, fucking 50, 60, 90. I don't blood clot care, mate. I don't blood clot care. And I'm not talking. I'm running up my mouth for gas sake. Because at the end of the day, I'm already living the experience. I've told you. I've already been in the madhouse. This ain't no joke. This is real life for me. So my life, what I'm talking is the fucking reality. It's my reality. And when I says that I'll come here and I'll do it all again and then some, I'm letting you know now. I'll be back and do it all again and then some. I'm not running from it. You get what I'm saying? I haven't let this experience destroy me. This experience ain't got me fucked up. It almost had me fucked up, but this experience ain't got me fucked up, blood. None at all, blood. If anything, I'm telling you that I'm enjoying the learning. And the learning ain't over. I'm about to go and embark on one of the scariest things ever, man. And don't get me wrong, from a physical perspective, I do feel nervous. I said to Stacey yesterday that I feel quite nervous because I know, and I'm already getting the download and seeing what I've got. And from a 3D perspective, it's kind of like, yeah. But from a 5D perspective, my higher self, she's already done it. It's already been completed, blood, so what's there to worry about? I'm just catching up. You know.
Will elevate. Look at your alchemy here. Manifestations. I'm just passing through, man. Ooh, this is somebody high rank. Divine feminine, what's good? The 8 of Pentacles. Spirit is saying focus on the work. The art is hidden in the work. Ignore these people. Keep it pushing. Take whatever they send you and turn it into the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles, because the Most High is working through us. Okay? Woo! Big divine masculine energy, the Ace of Wands, divine intervention. I can't make this up.
And I'm aware that I'm doing my hair and I haven't washed my hands and I'm eating this orange, but what don't kill you with blood clot fat in you, innit? You're right about now that spirit's just telling me that I need to put some vitamin in my body. And I'm taking long doing this video.
Being vindicated in the presence of your enemies, especially when you don't want to RSVP. This is how you know you spiritually made it. When you're no longer checking on people that hurt you, no longer checking on people that lie about you, no longer checking their social media, no longer calling them. We're not interested. This is how you know you've made it, when you just focused on the Most High God. Look at this here. Two of Wands. Moving forward. Blood. You made a decision. Two of Swords is free will. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. I can't make it up.
Never interest me, ever.
The divine masculines are being raised to a higher level, Spirit is saying, because we need them in these powerful positions in order to protect the divine feminine. No. Physically, they are just made to be stronger. Okay? The Most High God says things are...
She's saying what she's saying, and to a degree I understand why she's saying it like that, but no. I come from a lineage of hardcore spiritual women. We defend ourselves to the point where men are redundant because our masculine energy is so strong. I compete with masculines. You get what I'm saying? I compete with masculines. So if a masculine is not strong, I will just bitch him. I will just bitch you because I've got such a strong, dominant masculine energy. Even though I'm in a feminine body, and I am a feminine, and when I'm feminine, I'm very, very feminine. Very feminine. I'm also very, very, very masculine. So I'm not looking for no masculine to come and save me, because that's what my problem was before. Waiting for somebody to come and blood clot save me. No, you gotta save yourself, man or woman. You think when there was a war going on in heaven, it was about women, men saving women? No, everybody needs to pick up a fucking sword. Well, back in the days when Troy and other countries used to fight against each other, everybody's in blood clot involved, man. Because what do you think's gonna happen to the women? They're gonna get slaughtered and raped anyway. So you might as well put a knife or a spade or something in their hand and everybody wars out. But the flip side of that, yeah, why I say I agree with what she's saying, is because what the Almighty has also shown me is that there is a lot of my feminine energy that I'm missing out on and not being able to fully lean into, because I'm in a position of survival or having to protect myself. So if there was a masculine counterpart that was with me, I'd be allowed to just be able to just sit in my feminine energy and be one completely with the divine in my feminine energy and call down all that goodness, while he just made sure that everything was safe. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people want to get to me, not necessarily for negativity, but you know what I mean? Because the energy is so strong and the energy is so fucking pretty and lovely, and you know what I mean? That's how the Almighty made it, because it's a fucking trap bait. Yeah. I might look pretty and dainty, but don't get fucking twisted. I'm a rock rider, blood. I bite off your blood clot head. So having a masculine around, I wouldn't need to think like that. I wouldn't even need to think about having to bite off somebody's head, because there'd be somebody there to bite off the head already. You know, so that's why I say I agree with her. But I also know that if it's not meant to be that way, because I did a shamanic journey the other day, and my ancestors was telling me about this bloodline that I come from, a strong shamanic women, and they've all done it by themselves mainly. But I also have will, and I also am able to change my destiny going forward. You know, I'm breaking generational curses where women probably did do it by themselves. So having somebody to do it with would be a breaking of that curse. So again, I'm just happy to receive. I'm in a position of receiving. It is what it is. You know, if there is a divine masculine that can manage me and manage himself, then let's roll out, blood. But if that's not the case, I'm rolling out anyway. Period.
Being put back into order. Although divine mother, you give birth to these kings. Things are being put in divine order. The divine masculine is taking his rightful place as a teacher. Notice he's not coming out lustful. He's not coming out like sex and all. Look at the devil in the
Yeah.
reverse. These men are abstinent.
Yeah, man.
These men understand that their seed
Hold
is
on
valuable.
to
They
your
don't just want
fucking
to put their
seed,
seed
man. Fuck's
in
sake.
everybody. They can't easily be lured. These are the kind of men we want, okay? The kind of people they can't get next to.
Hold on to your blood clot
Divine
seed. It's not
feminine, you also
everybody
being
supposed to see
vindicated.
and
Child,
fuck, blood.
whoever these people are, I swear
Man's
before the Most High God, my
supposed to
right
know
hand,
his
you
worth
call
too.
judgment over this reading, over me, over the platform, over every word that I've spoken. Not one iota of what I just told you was a lie. Ace of Swords, I'm going to tell you exactly the way the Most High is showing me. Now somebody's going crazy. They losing it. They're unhinged. They're pissed off. I said you were the devil. Well, we're finding out in spiritual court,
You
we
the
are
devil?
in fact not the devil. In fact, we have rebuked the devil continuously. The devil's ass is in the reverse. So what you are saying is a lie, and you will be held accountable.
Yeah.
Charged on all accounts of every single word.
You
need
can't
to
just go
seek
around saying
counsel.
things. You can't just
You
go
need to
around
seek
doing things, man. There's
angelic
consequences.
counsel. You need to seek ancestral counsel and get your life and your mind off of the divine.
Yeah, man.
The chosen one.
Chosen one, you mean.
Yeah.
They need to put their mind on the divine.
Somebody needs to get their mind off of these chosen ones trying to say that we're guilty. That's basically what this is.
It's jealous, man.
Child, didn't I just tell you? Somebody's still continuing. Somebody's still focused in on. They're in the Nine of Swords. Let me tell you something. Black magic, lies, slander, people who lie so much that they really believe what it is that they're saying, or they're just committed to finding these things wrong about you. Somebody needs to find a way in so they can attack it. But you are too divinely protected.
Trust me.
Whatever is going on in your life,
fucking
people can see the Ten of Swords. Somebody is so committed to betraying you, divine masculine. Justice is being served. Somebody is literally running up the spiritual court saying justice. These people, whoever they are, they're running into spiritual court saying no justice, no peace. The universe said, okay, so mote it be. See how the enemy is being used to the benefit of the chosen, and they don't even know it.
They don't know it.
You're
man.
right. No justice, no peace. See how they have to speak the truth no matter what in the presence of the truth, even when they try to tell a lie. Better blow that shut up candle out. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need that money. You better blow that out. Look, I can make it up. You got the King of Pentacles here. Divine masculine energy. Four of Pentacles. This wanted to come up in the reverse. I ain't gonna even lie. It's a karmic masculine out here trying to stop divine masculines from being divine. Four of Pentacles. We're not even talking to these people. We're being guided to ignore them. Page of Wands, I'm telling you, they're trying to get information. They're trying to find out if what they're saying working. No, bro. Only people that's listening are you and the people sitting up in the Three of Swords. Y'all need to check your heart chakras at the gate. My eye is weighing your heart. See, you don't know. This spiritual realm is very, very intense. You have to respect spiritual law. You cannot just go around talking about anybody. I don't give a damn what they look like. I don't care if you see a chosen one in the Five of Pentacles homeless. If they're chosen by the Most High God, you won't get embarrassed. You will get embarrassed. I don't care what their 3D life looks like.
I don't care if they want to wind up themselves. You know,
that's
stupidness, man.
Everybody's going based on looks and what you look like. You ain't been through
yet.
Let me make you go through something. You have no idea.
Shut your mouth.
Big shout out to the Hierophant energy. Once you make it to the Hierophant, man, this case is done. Five of Cups, they will continue to be disappointed because they will realize at some point, I don't know when, I hope it's soon, that the collective is moving forward. We will continue to shine. We'll continue to show up in the public eye. The divine masculines are being elevated, y'all, to a higher level. You need to
pick your afro daddy, because he's flat over. How did I know she was gonna sing Erica Badu? I just knew.
Boom, boom,
boom, boom. You need to pick your afro daddy.
does conclude this spiritual case here in spiritual
Thank
court. All
you.
voodoo, hexes, curses, illegal
Thank
cursing,
you.
negligently using voodoo and hoodoo,
Negligence,
okay,
Bab.
because properly it's meant for healing.
Yes.
But obviously somebody has their hand in the jar doing some stuff. Somebody could be working with jars. Whatever you are doing,
fucking
it is a
freezer
wrap. You are
spells,
wasting your
jar
time.
blood
You are
clot
wasting
magic.
your life. And if that is what you want to do, we will not get in the way of your own
Carry on,
free
girl.
will. However, do not anticipate a phone call, a visit, correspondence in the ethers, in the 3D, telepathically, telephonically, from the chosen ones. We were guided to walk away from y'all.
Trust
We
me,
will always
it
be
weren't
busy.
personal.
You will always get a busy signal because
It weren't
we're
personal,
adhering
man.
to
It was
creators.
spiritual.
That keep your mind on me and I will keep you in perfect peace is a form of self-preservation and protection.
Trust me.
There's a divine masculine here who's watching. I don't know who you are. It could be a group of divine masculines. But honey, you are speaking the truth on your platform. We genuinely appreciate you. Not appreciate. I want to change that word. We appreciate love you. Okay? We love you so much. We thank you for being strong enough, brave enough to just stand in the presence of the Most High God and
all
stand in confidence
all day long,
and just do what it is that you do. We
all
love
day
you so
long.
much and we thank you for your arrival. Thank you for allowing me to channel this message. I am eternally honored. Close this door, Holy Spirit, please, and thank you. We are being found innocent in
Let's
spiritual
put
court.
a like on that.
I love y'all so much.
Thank you. Oops.
Most High God and stand in confidence and just do what it is that you do. We love you so much and we thank you for your arrival. Thank you for allowing me to channel this message. I am eternally honored.
Thank
Close
you.
this door, Holy Spirit, please, and thank you. We are being found innocent in spiritual court.
Trust me.
I love y'all so much. All information is down below. Special shout out to the angels that protected me as I channeled this message. Thank you. I will see y'all in the next video. Until then, as always, peace be with you.
Wow. What a beautiful.
Let me say this clearly and directly. If someone loses their investment in this system, I will personally compensate them up to 20.
Let's see what the Almighty was going to put on next. What was that? But her energy is about to skyrocket. They will not survive the next upgrade. You know what the joke is? Remember I'm saying that I'm about to go through my next upgrade now. And I'm not nervous in a bad way, but I'm nervous in a fuck me. I know it's going to be an upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going on with blood clot shit already. And I can see myself in the future going on with shit. Anyway. I just want to, I'm interlocking my hair if you're wondering what I'm doing. So I've just took out the extensions. You know what I mean? And the thing is, why do I wear these extensions? I wear these extensions because before I went into the madhouse, and I was, how can I say this? I was communicating with animals. I was able to speak to animals and stuff like this, and in this vision or this timeline that I was in rather. And in that vision of the timeline, I had blonde extensions in. Yeah. So I'm creating what I saw in the future. I'm creating here in the 3D, and then obviously jumping timelines to that person and living out those things. You get it might not make sense, but it makes fucking sense. All right. So that's why. So prior to me seeing that in 2024, I just had my natural hair. Yeah. But I will say that the extensions are helping my natural hair grow. You know what I mean? So it's not a negative either. But that's what I saw. Long blonde dreads on my head. You know what I mean? So I just I didn't want to wait for my hair to grow. I wanted to jump timelines on that timeline from now. So I created what I could see, basically. Yeah? All right. So right now I'm just interlocking my dreads because obviously I've gone through a hair growth since I had those extensions in from the 24th of November, I believe. So I've just took them out to redo it, and then I'm going to give my hair a proper good condition and soaking, etc., before I put the extensions back in so that I can travel. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, I feel like I'm moving back into feminine energy now, becoming a bit slower. And also spirit's telling me to go and get some food because the time is 2 o'clock and I've not eaten yet. And I'm trying to eat 2 meals at least a day on this ayahuasca diet. So I had a nice dinner last night. It was really nice. And I'm going to go and do something today, which I'm looking forward to be fair. And I'm thinking if I should just finish the interlocking. I think I might just go and start the food and then finish the interlocking once I finish. And I'm not doing my interlocks too tight either. I don't want to put pressure on my hair. But you can see that my hair. About, what's that, 12 inches? Oh. Today I just plan to chill, finish off what I'm doing. I've had a few messages and emails come through. My posts aren't doing too bad, you know, like I've been posting on platforms like LinkedIn and that. And yesterday I had up to 700 and something people look at what I posted. But that 700 impressions isn't necessarily equating into likes. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I've got 700 impressions and 700 likes. You know, so there's still forces fighting against me. I'm still up against it in the physical world. Yeah. That's perfect. Still going up and down, still fighting against it in the fucking 3D world, you know what I mean? But it is what it is at the end of the day, and it's all great. So on that note, I'm gonna finish my hair and get some food. I'm Asherah Rose, and this is welcome to another one. Mwah.